Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Boomers vs. Zoomers, a British and Irish Trackmania event in aid of Mind and Samaritans to bring you everything going on tonight. I'm Noah Lake. Joining me for what is set to be a wonderful evening, Doc.
Hello, yes, good evening, good evening. It's time to finally answer the age-old question, which generation of players is better? It's a question that's been flung around our server for years now, since the first BIPC, if not before. And we're finally going to find out, and it's all for a good cause as well. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And I do think we should probably talk a little bit about the charities up the top here, because I could see us getting heated about the rivalry that will unfold over the course of the evening and maybe forget to remind people. So just so everyone knows, this is in support of both Mind and Samaritans. Now, it is important to note you can donate in support of either of our two teams, Boomers or Zoomers, but the charities are not tied to a team. So it doesn't matter which team you donate to support. There's also no reason to donate to the teams other than because you want to show support for one team over the other. But all of the donations, you can pick which charity you donate to, and that is not tied to the teams. Mind and Samaritans are both mental health focused charities. Mind operating in England and Wales, work
And Scotland,
in order,
I believe.
and possibly as well, possibly also in Scotland, yeah.
Possibly.
Mind are a mental health charity who won't give up until everyone experiencing a mental health problem gets both support and respect. Samaritans operate across the British Isles, and Samaritans' vision is that fewer people die by suicide. We make sure there's someone there for anyone who needs someone. We offer tools, resources, and services online and offline that help people look after their own well-being and mental health, build resilience, and support others. Samaritans, of course, it's their hotline, I think, is the thing they're most known for, which is just genuinely a wonderful tool for anyone who finds themselves in need of help. And it is a time of the year when a lot of people do struggle. Long winter months and, of course, around Christmas as well. It is important to look out for everyone who may be struggling at this time of year.
Yeah. I mean, the team behind it, we're just glad to be able to give something back to the amazing charities, as you say. And I have to mention that it's not just donation. You can get something back from this. There are donation incentives in place. So, as people will see in game in a minute, there are some lovely skins made by the one and only Wizzy. For a paltry £5 donation, you can gain access to the basic version of those skins. So either both the Boomers and Zoomers custom skins with no names on, and then for I forgot what the most 20 or £25.
I believe it's £20. Yeah, £20.
For £20, we'll get Wizzy to stick your name and flag on one of the skins of your choice. So you can get something out of it as well. But it should really be just for the good feeling of giving money to charity, and enjoying a great event.
And just one or two more pieces of housekeeping before we get into our format and our teams for tonight. Once again, you can donate to either charity and still support either team. Just because you're donating to Samaritans and their name is beside the blue bar at the top of the screen does not mean that you are supporting the Zoomer team, or you can support the Boomer team anyway. So please donate to the charity that you want to donate to. You can still choose to be very toxic towards the other team anyway, although we'd recommend against it. The other thing is that, of course, people are free to subscribe to the channel tonight as well, but as is normal for British Irish Trackmania and this channel, any subscriptions will not be going to the charity. They will be going to support of the British Irish Trackmania community and the potential to run future events as well. So just keep that in mind, that donations are donations, subscriptions are subscriptions to the channel. It's an easy dichotomy. And with that, Doc, I think it's time to talk a little bit about the event that is going on tonight. 10 players entering, 5 Boomers, 5 Zoomers.
Yeah, we'll see how many make it out alive. See if any of the Boomers can last that long. See if their pacemakers hold out. So so it's a interesting format we've got today. It's been split across 3 main sections. So we've got one set of rounds mode being played on a Boomers leaning
classic
map.
tech.
Classic tech. And then one that's more of a modern comp style, in the vein of EMC, although I've played this map and it's harder than what you're going to get on there. And then the final map will be a fast learn, a quick fast learn with a knockout style on that. So I think that should Oh, sorry. One thing to remember on the first two maps, the non-knockout ones, it will be a 1v1 and then two 2v2. So we'll see all 5 players on both of the maps. Yeah, so we're going to see some tasty 1v1s. So in order to decide who's going to be on the home team or first or going first, I guess,
in order to decide who gets to pick the first map, exactly, we do have players from each team joining us here on the broadcast. From Team Boomer, we have, well, who's joining us from Team Boomer? It looks like Leo's joined us from Team Boomer. Leo, how you doing?
Hello. Yeah, pretty good, thank you.
And from Team Zoomer, supporting them with his microphone off, because if there's one thing we know about Zoomers, it's that they're the team that doesn't understand technology. I do see Wizzy is here. And yeah, he's managed to turn on his microphone. Wizzy, how you doing?
Hey. Hello, I'm doing good. How are you, mate?
Hey, pretty good. Looking forward to it. We should probably introduce the other 4 team members for each team before we get any further. Joining Leo on Team Boomer, we do have Pack, Zephyr, Hotswat, and Jono. Over on Team Zoomer, we have Epos, Bozbez, Hendo, and Akros. And before we get any further into this coin toss, I do want to come to you, Leo, and ask how you feeling about the team that has been assembled for you tonight.
I feel really good. I think this is probably the first and last time these 5 players will be online at the same time, which is quite something. The fact that we've got kind of such a wide array of older players for this event is quite astounding, and I'm really grateful that everyone's put the time aside. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Wizzy, what's the sentiment like then over on the Zoomer side?
It's really good. I think we're really happy to be able to play these guys. As Leo said, it's these guys have been playing. I probably this is a compliment, but these guys are so experienced. They've been playing a long time. So I apologise if that came out wrong, but yeah, it's we're really excited, and yeah, hopefully we can put up a good show.
Nice.
Gonna be fun.
Any predictions? Do you think you're going to take the? Well, I suppose it depends on what maps come up first, but you think overall you're gonna smash them? Smash the oldies?
Well, if I'm to leak anything, we know Epos suck is looking, but no, Epos is looking really good.
I hear he loves the tech map.
So. He does, yeah, he does. He's nicknamed it Hockey Wocky. On the Twitter, so
just really leaning into the Zoomer kind of tag here on the team, isn't he?
Exactly.
Leo, with that in mind as well, then, is there maybe final question before we get into the coin toss? Is it considered maybe a little bit unfair on the Boomer side that the tech map that has been chosen is one that had a remake in one of the campaigns recently?
Well, the thing is, we knew. Spoiler alert: I'm on the team that helped organise the event. That's not to say that I pre-trained all the maps. I specifically isolated myself from that.
You did, but that was unrelated. Oh, okay.
Right. Well, for Hockalicious, it's probably the most well-known classic tech map, and maybe the only classic tech map that a lot of newer players would even know, thanks to videos on it by people like Virtual. It's had a remake recently. The one that we're playing on today, it was a remake built by Killjoy, kind of spruced up for this event, and there was a campaign remake as well, and a lot of people played the original, so it kind of just felt like something that would kind of level the playing field, given that we wanted to have a classic Boomer map.
Yeah, it's going to be fun once we do get into it, and we are going to get into it shortly because we have brought you here for a reason. We're going to flip a coin to see which team gets to pick which map we're going to first. Now, we haven't really talked about how we decide who actually gets to call the coin flip, because famously, that is something that only one person can really do during a coin flip.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, they can't both call it at the same time. I feel like Leo as an organizer.
Yeah, age before beauty.
One. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sorry, Wizzy.
I like this corruption. I'll go with it.
Okay. Do you want to call it?
Heads.
It is tails. I'm afraid. Sorry, it's £2 now. I haven't had one of them for a while. It is tails. So, Wizzy, would you rather have the Boomers orientated map or the Zoomers orientated map first? Get the tech out the way, or straight in on your home game?
We would like to go for Hockalicious, please, first.
Very well. Interesting choice.
You will come to regret that, I
Well, they're fighting words. Thank you very much for joining us, Leo and Wizzy. We'll let you get back to your teams and prep for our first match, which will be Hockalicious.
Cheers, see you.
And Doc, yeah, you mentioned it before we got the guys in here, which is that the format we are doing then on our 2 pre-known maps, the maps that the players, in theory, could have practiced if they wanted to, and we'll see how much each player has practiced when we get into it.
You say that. Yeah.
That we're going to be playing kind of 3 individual matches on each map. Every player has to participate in at least one of those. We will be starting things off with a 1v1 and then heading into 2v2s.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting who gets stacked up against who. I think on Hocko, a lot of the Zoomers are not going to put in the amount of hours that they should really be to come up against some of these players who have played it day in, day out. Granted, a decade ago. But yeah, it's an interesting track compared to modern tech standards that I think rubs a lot of Zoomers the wrong way. So it's going to be interesting to see who they pick. I feel like obviously your usual people are going to be good on it. I think Epos is looking strong on it from some of his PBs that I've seen. But then again, you've got people like Jono who I think put about 40 minutes into it and got a similar sort of time. So a lot of the Boomer team is just going to be relearning muscle memory from eons past.
Yeah. Although it should still be noted as well that this is a Hockalicious remake made specifically for this event by Killjoy, part of the admin team over at BITM. Yeah. And so, I mean, the muscle memory is definitely going to be there in terms of remembering the turns and knowing it. But the physics are a little bit different than the game in which this was originally played.
Yeah. So the transition from stadium grass onto road is slightly different. The ending section, which was previously like a horrible little dirt jump through a tent, is slightly different feel to it now. So there are, and also, as you say, physics on the car itself is different. So I did play this myself. It does feel a bit strange when you've come from playing the older one. So as you say, this map was originally done by Killjoy last year, and then for this event we've put together a mapping team of Jorde and Gilo, and they've spruced this up a bit with a bit more wintry kind of scenery, and the scenery sort of ties in with the other 2 maps and it looks amazing, obviously, as you'd expect from those 2. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they play on some of these maps.
Yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun, and it's going to be interesting to see which team sends out which players to do their 1v1, and then what the pairings are for the 2v2 as well. Is there a weak 2v2 on either of the teams that they feel like, look, we'll just sack one of the rounds and be happy with picking up the other 2,
I think we are going to see Walls turn up. Whether we see it on tech or whether we see it on the mixed one is going to be, we'll wait and see. But I think we are going to see Acros and Hendo together. And I think we are going to see Boz and Wizzy together. I think Epos is probably going to take the 1v1 on the... actually, I don't know.
It's hard to predict.
I can't pick it now. I think Pack is... so the mixed one, I think, is slightly easier on the Boomers side. I think Pack is definitely going to take the mixed 1v1.
Yeah. It is it a little bit unfair as well that we're saying the mixed tech style or the mixed comp style, the more modern kind of competitive style of track, and then you've also just got Pack Active Pro, second place in a world championship not a month ago on the Boomer side. That feels like it's very against the spirit of things.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like it evens itself out. You've got a lot of players, so I'm not, no disrespect to Jono. Obviously, he was top 4 in the original BIPC, but you've got a lot of people who don't regularly play mixed day in, day out. So I think it'll work itself. Out. I think, I personally think on tech, I think the Boomers are going to clean sweep it. I think.
Just straight 3-0 across the 3 matches.
I think we're going to see Swatty on the 1v1 because he's rapid on it.
Yeah.
Oh no! Just getting some insider info on the inside. I think Leo is doing 1v1.
Oh, very interesting. That could be pretty fun. We'll have to wait and see how things do shake out. We are getting things set up. And in the meantime, I will remind everyone that this event is in support of two great charities across the British Isles, Mind and Samaritans. Donation links can be found in chat if you feel like making a donation. And of course, not only would we appreciate it here, being able to help show support from the British Irish community for Trackmania, but also it is a wonderful cause and just great to support people in need at this time of year. We are getting ready to head into game here and at least keep an eye on the warm-ups and see how players are getting ready for the track here. This is what Hawkalicious is going to look like. We're not quite into our live rounds yet, but there's a lot of road in this map.
Yeah, the Boomers are going to be right at home here. There's just a little bit of grass. That's where they're going to be a little bit wobbly, but no, this is full-on, ball-to-the-wall tech, and we are going to see some great times here. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't seen Jono play for 2 years, and if he's as good as I remember him being, we are in for a good one. So yeah, I think who are we going to see?
I also, Doc,
Leo
I do feel like we should probably note that I feel like here on the broadcast we do have a little bit of Boomer versus Zoomer energy as well. So am I just fully cheering for Team Boomer and you're cheering for Team Zoomer in this one?
Well, are we going to do an age reveal to figure out who's...
Well, that's true. I guess given when I was born, which is a leap year, and on the leap year, I could argue, arguably I am, I think I'm fully all the way past Zoomer and into Gen Alpha, yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, in the strictest sense of the word, because I feel like a lot of people are going to say that Pac's not a true Boomer. In the strictest sense, in sort of in TM terminology, it's if you picked up the game prior to 2020. So Pac was playing in TM2, and I think before that possibly a little bit of TMNF.
Sure.
So I think technically I am
it's
a Boomer.
probably the other way around. Yeah. Well, because I started in TM2 as well. So
I played TMNF in 2012, very, very casually.
All right. Okay. No. So you're right. It is the other way around. You are the Boomer and I am the Zoomer. This is wonderful for my ego. I don't look a day over 17.
Yeah, so...
I do have producer Thomas shouting in my ear, reminding me to let everyone know that there is a wonderful podcast where people can get to know members of both the British Irish community and wider members of the Trackmania community as well, where I talked about how I got my start in Trackmania, and so have many of the other players. Many players in this very lobby have been on that podcast, and that podcast is Keeping Track, available at all good podcast outlets near you.
It's a good one.
It is.
It had everyone's favourite admin, KJ, on it as well.
Yeah. Wizzy was on. I think Stuffs was on as part of Wizzy's duo for the World Championship and things. He's getting dono-walled by Pac currently, trying to get him on, but I'm sure one day that'll come to fruition. But we'll see how that does go.
Yeah. One other thing to note, I am keeping track of donations and donation comments as we go through this. So if you've got any predictions, or if you just want to call out someone on the team, slag them off, stick it in your comments, and as long as it's not too fruity, I'll read it out.
I mean, a massive thank you already, because we have not even started matches yet, but we are already nearly at £500 donated to these wonderful causes. So massive thank you to the community and everyone who's showed support so far.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, even just as soon as it was announced, it got straight up to like 100 quid.
We're live! Hang on! This is live racing! Leo versus Hendo, it turns out, is the 1v1, and Leo is kind of struggling to take the lead at the moment. Hendo doing a great job of keeping up at the moment, and this would be, well, maybe set the Boomers to quaking a little bit if Hendo can take round one against Leo on this.
Yeah, it's neck and neck so far, neck and neck. I mean, these are drift around the poles there, and I feel like Leo's got the upper hand here. Did Hendo clip that wall, or is he just very close? We did.
Fully hit that wall.
I think. Oh yes. Second and a bit behind. I think Leo's just going to safe it through here, and this is where we see that the final drift there has changed slightly from those of you who played the original, and also I've been informed that little drop down that Hendo is just coming up to now, or has just gone past, is slightly different, so it feels a bit weird compared to the original. So I think the Boomers can't rest on their laurels here. They can't expect to turn up 10 years later and play this exactly the same way that they did. So hopefully they've put in a bit of time on this. And we see Hendo goes for the inside line here, but Leo comes out with more speed, and again we are getting a close round. And Oh, what's it? Oh, Hendo goes tight there and comes out with more, similar speed. Interesting.
Yeah,
Taking
different lines on the competitive tech map here. Nintendo with a bit of an advantage, but it is Leo with a little bit more speed leading through this wide section, setting up very wide there was Leo. Hendo gets an early drop down though, and I think that rounded end of the platform and Hendo taking advantage of that, giving him a relatively insurmountable lead here.
Yeah, although Leo comes inside here and comes
that's
in with
great,
more
though.
speed and is going to come down to the last couple of drifts. Oh, and it is neck and neck. Hendo with more speed. Leo goes for just a single tap, goes wide, tries to get more speed. And is he going to catch him in time? I think Hendo's going to take it, and he does.
Big round for Hendo. That was quick, and yeah, on the one zoomer element on the map, that one rounded block introduced in Trackmania 2020, he uses that to drop off the platform a fraction of a tenth of a second earlier and get a little bit more speed there. So Hendo using every trick he can to his advantage. It is, in theory, up to 7, but I believe that the scores in the top left, someone needs to confirm for me if these are correct, because players have been getting 2 points for a win, 1 for a loss. And as far as I'm concerned, the score stands at 1-1.
Yeah, I believe that is what it should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether the server kicks them off when they get 7, we will find out.
I
anyway,
told a lie. It's the rounded end is on the TMNF version as well. So you know what? There's really no excuse for Leo. Boomer's in the mud.
Yeah, although he's pulled it back on this one. He's got a 0.2 lead here. And he's looking comfortable. I don't know what he did on that round that Hendo won, but he is looking comfortable here. He's 0.3 ahead again, and it's just cruising.
Yeah, looking pretty solid.
You can enjoy the wonderful scenery by Jorday and Gilo.
Yeah,
with the lovely icicles and floating snowflakes and stuff.
Yeah, and
that is really gives you some visual noise to put you off the drifts.
Just to really, again, everything is kind of slanted against the boomers here, isn't it? You know, I mean, they've just added too many elements to a classic track here for them to be able to keep up.
Yeah. Well, and again, it's another very tight. Oh, Hendo goes wide and is going to get similar sort of speed out here.
Yeah,
and it is again
solid.
Neck and neck. I mean, if we get this the whole way through, it's going to be 2/10 for me to handle.
Yeah, I mean, for as much as we can talk up, you know, the differences and how different track styles should favor each team, and maybe the boomers will do better on Hockalicious here on this pure tech map, there's a lot of very good players in this lobby on both sides anyway, who are definitely capable of kind of handling most things that are thrown at them.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Leo did some coaching for, well, the BITM sort of academy team. Dullahan gave us some tips on the EMC stuff, and he is, I mean, people like to rag on boomers for mixed, but Leo is right up there as one of the best in the country for playing on mixed. So I think you shouldn't really write some of them off. I mean, people like to rag on Chris for, you know, just because of Chris, and we love him. But I mean, he's playing for Good Focus at the moment, who are hopefully about to get promoted into Div 1 on EMC. So again, I don't think you can really write any of these teams off on any surface.
No, absolutely not. And while it is 3-1 at the moment, Hendo has made each of these rounds pretty competitive. It's usually just a single turn, and isn't that the way of it with competitive tech? It does often just come down to a single turn, one maybe small mistake, and there it is for Hendo. You can nail the rest of the map, but the problem is if your opponent nails every single turn and you just about drifted a little too wide on one, that's the difference maker.
Yeah. All it takes is just, I mean, Leo looks like he's very, very comfortable in here, and Hendo's having to push it to keep up and just has to clips the inside of the scenery block there. And Leo is going to take home another one, which brings us up to 4-1, I believe.
4-1, yeah. Big for Leo. Absolutely crushing at the moment. And while it is 1st to 7, while it is 4-1, we can see it at the end of each round there. It's not out of it just yet for Hendo. It could be done, as once again, thank you for all of the donations rolling in. Over £500 at this point. Both Mind and Samaritans are excellent charities, and it is wonderful to see so many people turning out to support such great causes here in just a fun little Trackmania event as well in this lead up to Christmas.
Yeah, big donor there from Kappa Riley. Cheers, mate. And one in there from Tom as well, saying, pack I wrote you, but you still ain't calling.
I do see now why producer Thomas asked us to just check in on the donations, and it is because he just wanted to make sure it's. Well, fair enough, you know. Sometimes it's about the person who's donating rather than the wonderful cause they're donating to. Isn't that right, Thomas? He can't answer back on stream, and so it's unfair to ask him questions. Hendo has a lead at the moment, just over a tenth in front of Leo, and looking quick on this round. Getting towards the end, it was a little bit shaky on the exit there. It was much better speed from Leo.
Leo
But
go tight, yeah. Tries to risk it by going under the. So the score now
is 5-1.
4-2.
4-2. What am I saying?
Hendo
Oh, listen, I'm so used to seeing Leo win rounds at this point that I'm just like, we'll just count it for that, even if it was Hendo to cross the line first. Thank you very much for a £100 donation. You're anonymous. Listen, I'm going with the dead mouse way of pronouncing that and assuming I don't have to pronounce every single number in there. Thank you very much for the support. Much, much appreciated.
Nope.
As Hendo will chase down Leo on this round. Leo is holding on to a lead at the moment, and again the exit is good from Leo, nailing a lot of these lines. Hendo trying to go deep inside on this one and closes the gap, but again the speed is there for Leo, and the exit here looks better for Leo one more time. The dirt and in, Hendo getting a decent turn on this one, but the speed will show, and Leo will lead the way to the line. 5-2 will be the score, and Leo only a couple of rounds away from locking up a first matchup for the Boomers.
Yeah, I mean they're all close rounds. I mean, only 0.2 on ones where Hendo doesn't clip, but that's just the difference between sort of playing these rounds for years and years, playing this track in particular, and only just picking up the map a few weeks ago. But
yeah.
I mean it's very close. I mean Hendo seems to get out to an early lead. He knows the lines. He just has to push it hard because Leo knows the map inside out, and here he is coming straight back at him.
It's looking impressive. Chasing a little bit of airtime there for Leo, though, as well. Doesn't look to have cost much speed, and Leo is cruising on through into first place at the moment. Hendo is going to stay wheel to wheel at the moment. This would be a big round for Hendo to win, as it would mean that Leo remains just a couple of points away, does not get match point yet, and keeps Hendo in with a chance. And it's going to be very close down to the end. At least it was going to be, right up until Hendo crashed and gave Leo a free run to the finish line, and that will be 6 points and match point for Leo.
The Boomers here, off to a good start. They need to get that under their belt, and also big thanks there to OC. 100 big ones. Cheers.
Yeah. Much appreciated on that as well from OC, who is busy looking after the rest of the British Irish community. His good focus play in the EMC at the moment. So, great to see the multitasking come through as well. Trackmania players prove that they have brains as well as hands.
Yeah, if you've got two screens, get this up on one and OC's EMC promotion screen on stream on the other. Because good focus, I reckon they're going to do it against Shifty. But anyway, back to this game. Hendo here has taken almost a 10th lead over Leo, but Leo looks like he's going to get more speed out of this drift, and is coming into the tough drift. So this drift in particular is one that's been, as I say that, Hendo clipped the inside. So yeah, that drift in particular is one that's been singled out by the Zoomers. It's sort of a tricky drift that you don't really see too much in modern tech. So it's got a bit of a funky gear, and we see Leo takes it home.
Yep, and Leo will wrap things up for the Boomers here, and we're going to head into our first 2v2s. Now, Doc, this is not the... Well, I said, okay, we are. Players know that that's what's going. Yeah, we're back in. It's fine. I worried there. I saw car on track, and it was fine. This is a 2v2 format. It is not the 2v2 format that many players, many viewers may be familiar with from the Trackmania World Tour this year. This is an older style of 2v2 format with some differences. Yeah,
so the main one is points-wise. Instead of getting your aces, and then for a standard win you get 2 points and 1 point for the loser, it will just be if overall you are the winning team, you pick up a point. If it's a draw, it will be 0 points, and then obviously if you lose, you don't get any. So it's classic rounds. Which is what the Boomers will be used to, and I think possibly we've got people who played in the World Tour who will be a bit confused, possibly. Yeah, so I think we are possibly going to see Hotswat in this one. Your compatriot.
Yes, Irishman Hotswat stepping
Yeah.
up for the Boomers. We'll wait and see. It does look like another 1v1 is happening at the moment. That's what the server thinks is happening, but that's not what's happening. So we'll wait and see who does actually step up for these 2v2s as things will get sorted out nice and quickly. But in the meantime, once again, we'll say that we've already broken £700 for our charities tonight. So once again, I feel like I'm going to be saying it a lot, but a massive thank you to everyone who has donated so far. It is much appreciated.
Yeah, that is a madness. I forgot to refresh the thing, and I just realised that the numbers jumped up a lot. So yeah, big thanks to everyone. That is absolutely mad. We just had one in from Lawnmower there as well. Cheers, Lawnmower.
Yeah, it's great. It's a bit of a who's who of British Irish Trackmania turning out tonight as well and popping up in that donation feed, which is lovely to see everyone stepping out for a big cause here. And well, we're providing the action to match so far, as well as Hendo has picked up that first win here on Hockalicious for the Boomers. And it's up to a pairing of the Zoomers to be determined to try and strike back.
Leo picked up the win for the Boomers. Hendo picked up a loss for the Zoomers.
Hendo did, but you know, I mean, now that he's lost, I think he's outdated and clearly a boomer himself. So
he's now in the history books as he's just
correct
up on the shelf. So it looks like we are possibly going to see Hotswat and Jono against Bozbears and.
Well, at the moment they're all driving, which really makes it quite
everyone
difficult.
Everyone is driving. Okay, that makes things a lot. I thought it was just the two there. Okay, yeah. Well, the speculation continues then. Yeah. So we could see possibly a 3 sub-match sweep here for the Boomers. And then I don't know what you think, but I think we could possibly see the reverse on the mixed map as well. Because as you say, although actually one of them will be Pack, so we'll possibly see a 2-1 victory.
Genuinely Pack is that wild card, right? Because I mean, here's the thing as well. If Pack wins every single round, it's kind of the same as it was in World Tour, where you're just like, well, if someone is winning every single round, then you can never get points over them. It's just infinite draws at worst, right? Although I do think, like, look, that's being unfair, I think, to some of the Zoomer players who are legitimately some incredible players on mixed competitive maps themselves. So I think just saying, like, oh, well, Pack's there, so obviously he's going to win every single round. I mean, we saw that not be true when he took on players like Wizzy, like Epos in the World Championship. So, you know.
Yep. So I think, like we said at the start of this, is going to be. It's sort of a mixed grudge match because I think when we had the original BIPC, a lot of the Boomers turned up for that one, but you had a lot of the Zoomers who weren't experienced comp players at that point. So this is going to be the grudge match. Get a bit of dignity back because we had Hotswat. I know Jono was 4th. We had Pack won it obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a chance for them to prove that they are better. And I think we are on to the last warm up here, and I'm not sure who we're going to get because they all still seem to be playing, but I think we might just find out as soon as the round starts.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to wait for at this point, is to see exactly who steps up at any point when we do start this round. But we should be getting close. I think we're in one more warm-up now. And from there, we will be heading across. What's up with Zoomers and the letter W? Well, they're just manifesting. And also, they play for a team previously known as Wumbo, which has since rebranded to just W.
Just W. And Wizzy plays for Wild as well. And there's
also that.
There's a lot of W's going around.
There is a lot of W's over on that. And I guess Epos is also playing for SWT. I don't know what that club tag is, but also does just look like the W because the S and T are quite well hidden against the blue.
Oh, yeah. What is that?
Does Epos just want to be in Team Wumbo and is just, has come up with a fake club tag in order to pretend that he's part of them?
Okay, I think we are going live. Who have we got?
Oh, it is going to be
Jono Swatty.
Oh, Jono and Swatty up against Wizzy and Boz. This could be wonderful. This could be genuinely intense.
And we see Hotspot off to an early lead as well. And Bozbear's keeping up on tech. Everyone thought, Bozbear's on tech. He doesn't like it. He's a whatever it's called, slidey surface expert. But we see him keeping up with Hotspot here, although Hotspot is pulled ahead a bit on that drift. Takes an almost 0.1 lead, and we see Giano floundering, 0.3 behind. It's all going to come down to who could win out of Hotspot and Bozbears. Although Wizzy's nipping in his heels here.
Yeah, any mistake could cost anyone dearly right now. Hotspot looking to slightly better exit speed at the moment. Has caught Boz. Will carry it to the line. Boz tried to go tight to the line to manage to cancel that out. But it is going to be a gap between the top three of about a tenth. And Jono is still out on track somewhere. We'll get there. But that means no points awarded for round one here for anyone. And that means, I think, buckle up, everyone. I hope you've got whatever you need at hand, because we could be here for a while.
Yep, we're in for the long haul here. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So, but yeah, it looked like Boz just not quite as comfortable on that final drift. I think he had to do a little release, and so that's why he had the better speed coming out of it. And we're seeing a similar situation unfold here with Hotspot and Bozbears up front. The only difference this time is Jono is also up there, although I believe he's actually just dropped back a bit. As I say that, oh no, he's still up there. We're still there. Everyone within 0.2.
Yeah, and Wizzy made that look a little bit risky across the platform. Is still close behind, but losing speed and will drop all the way back as a result of a slam into the wall. So Hotspot leads the way once again. It's up to Boz to turn this into another pointless round, and he does get great speed on the exit. Hotspot is going to have to overtake Boz at the finish line here, but I don't think there's enough track left. I don't think there's a speed difference to do it, and I think we're headed for another draw. I was half joking. I'll be honest with you, Doc. I was joking about we could be here for a while, but I think we could be here for a long time. We are only playing up to 5 points now, rather than the 7 that we were doing in the 1v1 duels.
Yeah, but we might have to drop
this is still potentially taking a while. Just next round is the winner at some point.
Yeah, golden goal or golden round. Yeah, oh lord.
Surely someone will get a point this time. Someone will win a round. For no doubt in my mind.
I think Jono's PB is around about a 0.8, 0.9, I think. So I think it's just going to be, can Jono pull it out and take over Wizzy? Because it looks like Boz and Hotspot are just keyed in at the front, they're getting 54 flats every round. So it's going to be, there, Wizzy clips the inside. I think he clips the pole and hits the inside there.
Right, well, Boz to keep us pointless. Again, in the best tradition of UK game shows, as Boz will get decent exit speed there. Hotspot with a little bit of a rough jump over the dirt, and I think Boz is going to be cruising through to a round win. Hotspot is gaining slightly, but Boz will just hold him off 23 thousandths of a second. And Wizzy will cruise home in a fourth place that, almost feels unnecessary at this point with Boz doing that up front.
Yeah, another good one, and another big donation in there from Thorsten. Thanks very much. Oh, Bazoo, sorry. Thanks very much.
With that as well, the Zoomers donations close in for the first time to nearly within £10 of the donations to Team Boomer. So maybe Zoomers can actually overtake Boomers in that dono race at some point as well. A race that is purely on screen. It means nothing, but it is pretty entertaining.
I like seeing the bar go. Oh wait, hang on, give me 2 seconds. I need to up these targets, because honestly the targets were set at £200 when I first made them. I was like, that seems like a reasonable thing, and we might have gone quite a bit past them. So.
We are doing very well. Once again, thank you to everyone who has donated, and you can check out those donation links in chat with an ! Donate. Don't think that's popped up in a while. Chat is moving too fast, and this round is moving too fast as well. It is anyone's race around the final corner. Boz looks to have taken the lead. Can Wizzy get Jono? Can Wizzy get Hotspot? It doesn't matter because it is a win nonetheless. As that was legitimately all 4 players within a tenth. And it is the Zoomers who come out on top with a round win.
What a round. We're off the mark. We're off. So that took us 10 minutes. So if we play that out, this is going to be the best part of an hour.
It'll be fine. We'll get through this, no problem. At some point, people will start crashing. I mean, this is Hotswat crashing.
Say that. Swatted.
Very early. Boz and Wizzy,
and
1-2.
That is unrecoverable from Swatty. So Jono has got to pull it out the bag here.
I mean, it's up to Jono to give us a 0-point round and just make sure that we cannot easily pick up wins for any team. But at the moment, it is looking solid for the team in blue. Team Zoomers are pretty far ahead of this one. Wizzy is looking a little shaky, and Boz will fully crash. Hotswat is still a long way down. So this is still a win, as long as Boz can hold on to third place and Wizzy can hold on to first. But Jono is so quick. Oh, no.
Here he comes. Cue the Jaws music. Oh, I think Wizzy's just about got enough speed there.
It looked scary. It looked scary. But Zoomers will
home.
pick up a second round win in a row. And Wizzy banging in another low 54 on this one. 54-9 or 53-9, 54 flat. Looking like the time you need to be hitting.
Yep. Yeah. Although we do see on the right-hand side, well, actually, it's not up on the stream. We do see that...
We can see the local records.
We can see the local records. We see, most people around about that 53-9 as they're in rounds PB, although we see that Pack has jumped on the server and set a 53-7. So, good luck to whoever is in the next 2v2. But Hotswat has clicked the inside on this current 2v2, and again it is down to Jono, but it looks like Bozbez has got a 0.3 lead currently. Can Jono reel him in and salvage at least a draw here?
Yeah, they're going to have to try. Jono came very close in the last round, but ultimately just fell short of catching Wizzy at the line. Bozbez this time around in the lead, no mistakes so far. Wizzy holding on to second. This is looking like a third round in a row, and it will be with Jono crashing. Hotswat is coming on fast, though. Will catch Boz, but will not manage to get far enough to catch Wizzy. That's a third round win for the Zoomers, and they are making sure that they put this one to bed before they have to go themselves.
Yeah. Well, their glass of Horlicks will be ready for them after this.
Look, to be fair,
tucked in.
The Zoomers, it's approaching their bedtime, but Boomers have work in the morning, so...
That is true. That is very true.
It is a little bit tough, and once again, donations rolling on in. Thank you very much, Kinch, J Nemesis, for those donations as well.
Kinch saying that... you can leave a message here. We've got one from Kinch. So nice that TM is the only place that he is a Zoomer. Is that I don't know whether is Kinch revealing that he is actually an old man? Actually, well, I mean, we say that. I mean, I think most of these boomers are actually late 20s. I think
I am older than most of these. Correct, but that won't stop me making fun of them. And in the meantime, there is Trackmania happening. Once again, a very close round, and once again, a round that looks to be favouring Team Zoomers. Wizzy holds on to first, Jono takes second, but Boz will take third. And that is 4 rounds back to back to back to back, unanswered by Team Boomer as Zoomers rocket into the lead.
Yeah, and it seems like Wizzy's finally got the hang of things, setting a 53-9. That's a very nice time. That is second local. That's the fastest we've seen so far. Apart from Pack's warm-up, obviously. Fastest we've seen so far in a live round. It seems like Wizzy's finally figured out how to play this, and he's really turning up the heat here, and possibly leaving Jono and Hotswat behind. Hotswat was off to a good start, and Jono's clipped the inside, sorry. And it's going to be down to Hotswat, who was off to a good start, and since then has had a couple of tricky rounds. But here he is. He's got about 0.2 down to Wizzy and 0.1 to Boz. Although Boz has got much more speed out of there. And we are going to have another thrilling end to this map again. I can see why it was so popular 13 years ago.
Turns out Hockalicious is ageless, unlike some of our players. And, well, Boz holding on to a lead. It's a tight battle for first place. Who holds it? Hotswat will stay calm under the pressure and managing to hold on to first place. It's another draw. What's that, our third, our fourth of the match so far? And it will mean that the Boomers survive at least one round longer.
Yeah. Has Jono lost his that competitive edge you need for rounds play? I mean, he hasn't played a competition, I believe, since the original BIPC. And that can be the difference, just being able to absolutely hammer within 0.2 of your PB every single round.
Yeah.
Which people like Boz and Wizzy will have been doing for EMC, TMWT.
Yeah,
type of thing. But we see
Jono with a mistake. Yeah, second behind the other 3 cars at this point, but Hotswat with a solid lead. It is also quite funny, as someone in chat has noted here, that the Boomers are up against 2 players using kind of controller configurations that were probably unheard of back when they were in their competitive primes. It's the wheel and the mouse player up against them.
Yeah, I think back when these 2 were in their prime, I believe joystick was one of the preferred input methods. So wheel and mouse, interesting.
Yeah,
inputs.
It's a draw, so we have more time to talk about these things. Hotspot ran away with that one, and Jono's mistake will cost them the round.
Hotspot with a 53.8 there as well. I feel like
that's
slipped
quick.
Under the radar. That's a good time.
Yeah. Because we did have that British-Irish Christmas party a while ago, and I do, Hotswat was talking about the one brand of joystick that was a few players definitely swore by at the time as well.
Because I believe there was all sorts of weird inputs as well, because it used to be that people would, for smooth steering, they would press forward on the analog stick, and then for like different percentages of steering would sort of do like diagonal, which just seems just bizarre nowadays. Like, I don't think anyone does that anymore, surely. But,
I mean, maybe bring it back. I mean,
yeah, I'll see if I can bring it back.
This close
here up the front. Battling with Boz again. There's the strange drift. I think Hotswat lost the gear a little bit there. Puts him 0.25 behind Boz. Can he get a nice drift here to catch up? Goes tight. I don't think he's going to have the speed to catch up, and Boz is going to take another one. Wizzy in last though, so we're going to have another draw.
Well, I mean, I was joking about the Boomers having work in morning, but also I have work in the morning. I would like to get out of here at some point tonight, and we are locked in this round. This is sub-match number 2. And I think I'm beginning to see the benefits of a World Tour. Well, actually, in a World Tour 2v2 format as well. I mean, you could absolutely have a match go infinite with infinite draws as well. This is absolutely no different. The only difference being that it doesn't move anyone closer to a winning point. But honestly, the Zoomers have done a good enough job of that themselves. They just need to win a round at some point here, and they will be out of here.
Sudden death almost. Well, no, I guess not sudden death because they're not both on 4v4. But I mean, the Boomers have really gone to keep it on the money every single round now, whereas the Zoomers can afford to have at least one of them make a mistake every single round and just go for the draw. As we say, Hotswat gets a no slide, and it's down to Jono, who's looked shaky. Can he pull it out the bag?
Needs to find 3/10. I mean, because needs to overtake Boz as well. Just overtaking Wizzy is not good enough. And so Jono will have to send it into the final corner, but Boz's lead is insurmountable. Wizzy will even catch back up to put the bow on it. And there are the Zoomers tying the score across 2 sub-matches at 1-1 on Hockalicious.
Yeah, and it's going to come down to, as I expected, Wolves. No, it's not going to be Wolves because we had Hendo on the first one. Apologies.
Yeah.
No, it is going to be Epos and Acros against Pack and Chris. 2 very experienced players. Not an insult to them. But this is definitely well, I mean, I can't speak for Pack, but this is definitely Chris's preferred style. So I think we're going to see some very nice times here from Chris. Although possibly a bit of a disadvantage that he has got his mind in slightly different places because the EMC Good Focus are currently playing for promotion. So yeah, I think this could really go down to the wire. I mean, we've got Epos, who was streaming this map earlier on in the week and having a few issues on it, but still fast. And we've got Acros, who is more known for grass, dirt, that type of thing, smooth steer type stuff, couple of days style. Obviously, still a very good player on comp and tech in his own right. But with someone like Pack on the team, you've got to say it's going to be another Boomers win. Enders in the chat saying I'm clueless. What have I clueless? I am clueless about how clueless I am.
Yeah, that's a classic. And I will also note that while everything has been going on, Pack has once again improved the warm-up record down to a 53-7. So yeah, like look, Pack is really, really quick at the moment as well. And I think we should be getting pretty close, hopefully, to live rounds. There are only 2 players playing for each team at the moment, which in the past has been the live rounds. But it's unclear to me if these are currently live rounds.
Paddy? That's it?
This is not live. Oh, we're fine.
Okay,
2
good.
warm-ups
Okay.
after this, and we're good. I'm just checking. I'd hate for anyone at home
Yeah,
to miss the
you don't wanna
action
miss
because
out
it has
on
been wonderful so far.
Also, big thanks to Jay and Matt T for the donations as well. And don't know the conversion rates, but we are over $1,000. So make of that what you will.
The classic charity stream moment of just converting the currency that you're collecting
Yeah, hold on a
donations
minute,
in
let
into
me
whatever
just-
sounds best. Yeah. What's that in yen? Could I?
Yeah, let me just get that Zimbabwean dollars. And the raid from OC.
Oh, thank you very much
Hello,
for the raid,
guy.
OC. Welcome, viewers, to a charity event in support of Mind and Samaritans. I'd have to imagine most of the people over at OC's watching the Good Focus match are well aware of what is going on here, mostly members of the British Irish community. But just in case you're not, you're very welcome to the Boomers versus Zoomers match, where we do answer that age-old question of whether it is better to have been playing Trackmania for a decade or have been focused all of your energies and time in the game on that most recent version.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to find out. I mean, we've got people like Pack who, have put a lot of time into all of them, and I think that's going to really pay off. Although we're seeing clip of the wall there in the warm-up, but we'll ignore that one.
Chat didn't see it, and so it doesn't count.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've got a lot of people, as I say, who in the original VIPC, when Pack did play, were sort of still coming into the game. I mean, you've got people like Epos. I believe Epos only got into the round of 16, I think, and now he's TM World Tour. Same with Acros. I can't remember exactly where it was that Acros got to, but now runners up in EMC. So it's going to be a cracking match. I think we're possibly in for a lot of draws again. Possibly Pack on the team getting 0.7s. Chris has been hiding his pace, or is off the pace, according to his in-game local records. But we'll love Chris. I think he's going to pull it out of the bag.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch for sure. I mean, look, eyes are going to be on Pack as they often are when he's driving. I mean, look, having teamed with Carl Jr. for the World Tour and Pack being with Carl Jr. and still being the aggressive player on that roster, the player who was being sent to hunt world records and kind of the fastest time in rounds, is kind of that's a pretty solid statement of everyone's confidence in your ability when Carl Jr. is saying, no, I'll go for consistency, you go for speed.
Yeah. I mean, just as a complete aside, we are actually about to start, but I mean, just the tactical and awareness from Carl Jr. as well is unbelievable. But yeah, Pack is the full send, full pace as we go into the first round here. You see Acros with a bit of a dodgy drift, although Epos takes the lead here.
Yeah, it is going to be very, very close between everyone at the moment as Pack just rockets through the field. That's
great speed.
Kind of shows you, right? This is competitive, just pure tech, and it's one good exit does kind of just get you up the field in a heartbeat.
Yep. And we see Chris 0.2, 0.3 behind. Can he snack Acros at the back though? That would be great if he can pick up a third place here and rely on Pack to take Epos. Pack, they're battling out at the top. I thought Pack was going to get more speed there, but Epos retains a 0.07 lead. Up to 0.1, it's going to come down to the last drift here. Epos goes wide for more speed, and he's going to take it here unless he clips, and he doesn't. And we've got a Zoomers win.
All right, so what happens if the Zoomers win on Hockalicious? Well, they've got to be feeling pretty good now. We're going to head into the Zoomers call and hear how they're feeling.
Oh, you're smoking them.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you're smoking them. Chris.
Safety car. 0.5.
Oh, Thomas.
Oh no! Oh!
You see, can't-
Yeah, it goes
safety car.
Safety car, safety car, safety car.
Safety car.
Safety
the draw.
car. Do.
Okay.
Is that the sound of the safety car?
Yes. Wow, super safe.
Wow.
Oh,
What?
Thomas.
Thomas.
Thomas. Thomas. Oh yeah, Thomas. Hello.
That is a stellar time from Pack TM. Really asserting dominance here, and we're going into the next round. Let's see how these guys do.
Yeah, it's looking pretty even so far. Zeph with a really inside line, in fact. That will compromise his speed slightly.
Yeah, he's fallen a little bit behind, but they're going into a really crucial section here. Will they get the no drifts? No. Zephyr going wide, and he's going to hit. He's fallen behind now.
Oh yeah, but Pack is still up the front. He is battling with Epos. Epos with a slight lead, but Pack is taking a slightly wider line. He is going to get more speed coming into the no drift corner. They both take it absolutely perfect. Oh, Pack with an absolutely insane line. He's got a risk to save the red point. Take it away for the end hot slot.
Yeah, he's coming up to the jump now. It's pretty pivotal here. How's he got the speed? They're neck and neck here. But it looks like Pack has got the finish as long as he doesn't mess it up.
Let's
And
go,
he's got it with
Boomers!
0.7. Let's go!
I gotta tell you, Doc, I was not aware that we were facing competition for our jobs tonight.
Yeah, honestly, I can't just.
I can't get over going. All right, let's hear what's going on in the Zoomers chat. I mean, bless them. It's apparently working. They did manage to win the second sub match, and I have completely lost track of what's happening in this sub match since that started. I'd have to imagine that Pack winning every round is probably helping them at some point. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Once we get to the end of the round here, we'll get them up on screen and we'll figure it out. But this is looking,
Chris.
well, I was going to say, it's looking great for the Boomers. And then Chris boomed himself.
He's thrown away a relatively easy win there. He had
Bit
a
of a
point
mental
to
boom,
play with.
if anything.
Oh.
Hey, Pack's still really quick though, leading the way.
Yeah,
Let's see what the time is at the end of this round. It is a 52.6. That can't be 53.8. I was like, that can't be real, but no,
okay.
it was not
Not a
real.
CP, though.
It's still incredibly quick.
I mean, he dropped a 53.65 while we were.
That was the first Boomers round win. Hang on,
Eh?
that can't be real. That score can't be real. That can't have been the
One-
first round that the Boomers won. I refuse. Or that was a.
was a
Sorry,
draw.
it was
It was a
1-0, and that was a
It's
draw.
one.
It has all been draws.
It's all been draws, apart
Okay.
from one round win for
The Zoomers. Yeah. No, that tracks.
Lord.
That's fair. I know what's going on, Liffy, okay? Nobody in chat call me out. I am aware. I got thrown off. I was ready to keep track of what was going on as we listened in on voice comms, and then whatever was going on in the Zoomers call just threw me off my game.
I feel I feel like my brain just shut down listening to the Zoom.
I feel like I have just binge watched TikTok for 5 hours. This is potentially a win for either team in this one, as there's two battles going on, and it's Pack who makes a mistake, and it's Chris as well!
Oh no!
And in the high stakes moment, under pressure, it is the Zoomers who keep both cars out of the wall and walk away with a second round win.
I see. I feel like Acros is just playing the sort of safer role. Just stick 0.3 behind. Don't make the mistakes, and then just wait for Chris to hit the wall instead, and then let Epos do the pushing because it's working. I mean, Epos is putting in 0.8s. All you've got to do is just wait for Pack to not do a point stick. So.
The issue is there though, if specifically in this kind of format, you know, if you are relying on Pack making a mistake, it's going to be rare. And in general, if Pack comes first every round, then it's more likely that one of the two of your team makes a mistake you have to feel. And there is one from Across, but Chris has also made one. And so we're still sitting on a draw at the moment, as Chris a long way behind the field on this one. And meanwhile, Pack and Epos will race up front. Pack holds the lead for the moment. Epos will look to try and force a way through.
Yeah. Just in the meantime, we've had a couple more donos from Idol Liffy. Cheers, guys. Thanks very much.
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Did he go tighter at the end to get him?
He managed to snipe
Pack
at the
clipped the-
finish line. And
Pack
it's a
clipped the
round
roof.
win. Pack clipping the roof will cost.
Oh.
As all of a sudden the Zoomers, they do be zooming, Doc.
They are
They're going
zooming.
quick, and they are out to a 3-point lead in this sub-match and have a 1-1 score. It's a 1-1
This
score.
is the decider.
Leo
And Chris-
did his job and is just sitting on the sidelines watching it fall apart for the rest of the Boomers.
Arms crossed with a frown on his face. Chris 8 seconds off the pace there. He's got to step it up onto the lead. He's got to get it in his head that the person that he's up against is Acros. He doesn't need to push to keep up with Epos. It's two 1v1s here. It's Pack against Epos and Acros against Chris, and Chris has just got to step it up here.
Yeah, just needs to manage to find a way past Acros because, well, there'll be a crash from Chris once again. He's hit a wall. He'll be falling behind, and Epos is still in a position where if something similar happens, that's just Epos sniping Pack, and once again, all the pressure stays on Pack in this round. Epos is close behind. Pack has better speed on the exit. Just don't hit a roof. Won't. Who finishes the round in first. And Epos in second and Acros in third means, say it with me, a draw in another round.
Is that another 53? Another
6, 7, 8
from Pack.
Yeah.
I mean, Epos, that
Still
is
pretty
great.
quick.
I don't know why I keep switching between Epos and Epos. Epos.
It's my fault. It's because I keep
Do you
switching
say
them,
Epos?
and I think I have been
Pack
switching
with the
between
no
Epos and
slide.
Epos. Uh-oh.
Oh no, Chris has
How
got
do you
to put it
feel-
out the bag here.
About 4-0.
Ooh, how do I feel about 4-0?
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to struggle to pull this one back. It doesn't matter how well Pack does. There's always going to be a round where he can get a 0.8, Epos can keep his 0.7s going, and Acros has just got to get that third place.
Yeah,
So
well,
I don't want to use the word insurmountable here, but I might do. It's getting that way.
maybe not
Well, Chris
insurmountable,
is-
but possibly unclimbable, untenable. But Chris
yeah.
is very much in a
All of the
position at the moment
uns.
where he could catch Epos, but Epos is clean through that final turn, keeps it out of the wall. While it looks like Chris maybe it's slightly more speed, will not catch. And it will be now match point here for the Zoomers as we head back into the
Slide
chaos.
into their DMs.
Chris, good saving. Good saving.
Ah,
Good focus.
I'm destroying Thomas.
Thomas.
One more. Go.
Chris no
It's
slid as
fine.
well.
Maybe-
Chris no slid as well. You got 0.5 acres.
Wait, what's the news on Thomas?
0.5 ahead.
Oh, you just absolutely obliterated him.
What a noob.
Oh, the mini clip.
That's fine. You're recall.
Yeah, acres
ahead.
0.6. You're chilling.
Oh, that was a good drift. Am I ahead?
You have 1.5 sec, so you could probably try the end.
Oh, equal.
Yeah. Good end.
Unlucky.
That's fine.
Is it? I think I'm getting sniped.
Ah, you're good. Ooh!
Oh, close.
Unlucky.
was a good
I tried
try.
to snipe
It
for
was
Thomas, man. I'm sorry.
It was worth the push, though. It was worth the push.
Yeah, for sure.
He did, in fact, try to snipe for Thomas, and it did not work. That is the first point that the Zoomers have given up in nearly 2 full sub-matches, Doc.
Yeah, it's been impressive. It's been an impressive display, and there we see Chris again with a less impressive display. Finds himself quite a way behind again, and Pack has got to feel like he's really carrying her. It's just him against Epos every time. I mean, Epos, that was very close at the end there. Epos was unlucky to hit the inside pole, pushed it too hard.
Yeah, has been very, very impressive from Epos. And we'll see if Pack can hold him off for one more round. It's going to be necessary. Chris has once again fallen a long way down the field, and Epos looks to maybe even have the advantage over Pack now heading into the final turn. Pack needs an incredible exit. It looks like he might have gotten it, and Epos hits the wall. Pack cruises through. A happy first place there, and Crows and Epos will settle for another draw.
Gonna be another draw. And a big donor there from Fuath. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Remember to put in any messages or any predictions into your donations in the comments, and yeah, let us know how many draws you think there's going to be in that.
Several more.
Yeah.
Several more draws at least, because we have 2 more maps to go after this. Of course, only one more in this format, only one more map that these teams have seen before tonight. For our third map of the evening, we are heading to a map neither team has seen before in a kind of track of the day style. And we'll see what that means. My prediction is full speed grass. I haven't seen the map, so I heard track of the day style, and as far as I know, that's all it means.
yeah, it's full blender. It's set in. Where would be a suitable setting for boomers, and then you could transition into somewhere for zoomers? Oh, Pack's
hang
inside.
on. This is it. It's over. Hockalicious.
Yeah, this is
Hockey officially renamed to Hockey Walkie if the Zoomers win here. Coined by Epos last week. Now made official as Epos and Crows, just like their teammates did in the last sub-match, cruise across the line in 1-2 formation to wrap things up. And that means it is a 2-1 to the Zoomers overall on Hockalicious.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone was really expecting that. I said at the start, I thought it was going to be a clean sweep, especially with Leo's powerhouse performance in the 1v1. And yeah, I've been proven wrong. It turns out Zoomers can play tech.
Well, I think the Zoomers may have been as surprised as anyone else, given that it was chaos. They were having fun with it when we jumped into comms there for a little while, and then once they started to actually get that lead, it sounded a little bit sweatier in there all of a sudden, Doc.
Yeah, it very much turned from dog noises and various zoo type stuff going on in there into calls for just taking things safe, just getting it across the line. Calls of you've got 0.5 to Chris, who's hit the wall again behind you. The tone changed when they could sniff out a win on tech.
Yeah. And as we get ready to load into our second match of the night, Heartfelt. We're looking forward to starting that one, but we will remind you once again that this event is a charity event organised by British Irish Trackmania in support of 2 wonderful mental health charities in the British Isles, Mind and Samaritans. You can get the link to donate in chat with !donate.
Yeah, so this is one of the maps that has been custom made by our fantastic mapping team of, 2-man mapping team of Jorday and Gilo. This one is more in the vein of like Hardy MC, TM World Tour, but without the jank, without the identities, thank God. It's a very tricky map. There's some really interesting parts on it. They've done a great job, done a really good job. And it looks great as well. The scenery on it, as I said before, is sort of consistent between all the maps. And then when you stick the charity signs on there as well, it looks great. There's a couple of spicy sections, a couple of real spicy sections. There's a lovely little grass quarter pipe type transition-y thing that people are going to see. There's going to be there's a very precise section sort of in the middle. There's a plastic bit at the start where it's very easy to lose gears. All in all, it's a map where it's strung together lots of tough sections, but there's nothing in there that isn't rounds viable or is complete jank or just not fun to play. I would actually recommend. It is in the British and Irish Trackmania Club in game if people want to play it. It is a very good map. It's good fun. Good fun.
Yeah.
And I believe we're going to go get some player interviews from how they feel after the first map.
Yeah, I think there is one question before we talk about how that match went, before we talk about the shocking upset of the Zoomers over the Boomers on Hockey Walkie. What's going on in your call? What's happening over there?
I don't know, dude. We're just Zoomers, isn't it? It's the Zoomer energy.
Is it full on? Is there a meaning behind the dog noises? Are you like rabid or?
Absolutely not. There is no meaning. It's just something we do when we do good, and if we do good, we bark. You know what I mean?
Understandable. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, Epos, how confident was the team going into that one? Because it looked pretty confident. That was kind of a sweep across the back 2 sub matches there.
I don't know, dude. I knew Mr. Thomas was going to be here, like, outshining all of us, but I thought if he crashes, then it's fucking game time, you know? Wait, that's my one. That's my one, isn't it? I've got my one swear word. I've done my one. Okay.
Actually, well, it's going to be unfortunate for the Zoomers who will be playing without one player for the rest of the evening. So we're going to have to kick you from the event, I think. We'll get an admin on that. So no, we'll figure it out. And speaking of Thomas, it has been very confusing with producer Thomas and player Thomas as well. Pack, how are you feeling after that match?
Oh God, it's just it was very challenging. Very challenging. No, it was good fun. I mean, I don't mind that at all. It was nice to put out some good times. You know, try and push Epos a little bit because you know he's got the record, so you know it hurts a bit that happened. And so I was trying to go for it, but no, I think they looked ready and trained on the map, so it was always going to be a hard deal to keep winning rounds. And it seems that every time I crashed, Chris did good, and every time Chris crashed. So it was a difficult one.
It's kind of the worst way to play. Is like we could just string a couple of these good rounds together at the same time. Things would feel very, very. But you did better than the other 2v2 team from your side, so you know what? There's positives there.
We take that as a win. We take that as a
win.
Got
a whole
that
point.
1 point was big. That was big news.
Moral victory. If all else fails, turn to infighting.
How are you feeling on the mixed map coming up? Would you say you're full trained? Would you say you're consistent?
I say I'm full trained. Jesus. No. I mean, I played Hokalicious less than this one. Yeah, no, this one, I mean, this one's all right. I mean, I could do okay. I think we'll see. It's a lot more gears to think about. So yeah, I've played about an hour and a half, I think, the track. So we'll give it a go. Obviously, I'm no doubt playing against Boz, the big 1v1. So hopefully it goes all right. As long as it's not 7-0, I will take it.
It would be very unfair of Boz to do him dirty like that. You're absolutely right, Pack.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, chat's been calling for it all night, and it sounds like maybe that's the 1v1 we're going to get to see. So fingers crossed. I mean, I say fingers crossed. It's absolutely your guys' decision, and if we don't get to see it, we will be calling out whichever team doesn't send out Pack or Boz for the 1v1. So just keep that in mind, and thank you very much for joining us in the interview. Best of luck on our second map this evening.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks.
Good luck.
With that, I think we are starting to get ready to get into this. I've been pulled down into the Zoomers chat for a second there, so that was an exciting adventure I had.
I thought I'd completely cut off for a minute there.
I gotta tell you, it's still terrifying down there. I arrived in, I heard a meow, and I got pulled back out immediately.
Oh god, is it still full on Animal House in there?
I don't even know whose meow it was. Marina's not playing for either of these teams. I mean, what's going on down there? It's probably Wizzy. Yeah,
Wizzy. This strikes me as a cat guy more than a So
I mean, Wizzy probably does own a pair of cat ear headphones. That seems reasonable to make an assumption about.
I should have asked Twiggy if I could borrow his cat ears.
Oh, that would have made so much sense.
And then I would have. I was tempted to go suit, and then suit and cat ears.
Suit. That's the vibe. I mean, I think you're just starting to hit actual supervillain because, like, cats are supervillain coded, right? Like, we understand that. You know?
I mean, if I was going to go full supervillain, I would do full suit, just Tash, cat ears.
It's a good look. That's the problem is if I go full suit and just mustache, I do start to look like the maitre d' in a restaurant very, very quickly. Like, you know, nice upscale French style. Like, oh, did Monsieur enjoy his red wine? Yeah. It is definitely a problem. You know, back when I went to 21st during Movember, many years ago now, and you'd show up in a tuxedo because someone was trying to be fancy, and I'd have the mustache. Rough time. Get mistaken for the waiter at every table.
Oh, Lord. That has only ever happened to me in a Wetherspoons, and I feel like people overestimate the amount of service you get in a Wetherspoons.
It is very funny to just be like, well, where are you like that personality test? Where are you most likely to be mistaken for a waiter?
Yeah. It's like, well, I mean, literally, you get all your own cutlery, and she was asking me, it's like, oh, can I have like a knife and fork? And I was like, I'm literally like wearing fucking Converse. Like, what do you want from me? Anyway,
well, unfortunately, you're going to get kicked off the broad. We've got rid of EPOS already, and now you're gone as well, Doc.
I'm gone. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just deeply unfortunate.
You're allowed one swear in a PG-12, is it, or a 12A film?
Well, now we've got 2. So, I mean, sure, if you want to go with that defense, but also now we've got 2. So, no, it's fine. It's fine. We are getting ready to get into this. We're going to be going for 2 warm-ups and then live. So we do have a little bit more time to fill on this one. As you said, this is going to be our mixed competitive map. This was meant to be where the Zoomers shined, but they kind of already took off a little bit on Hockalicious, managing to take the map 2-1 across the sub-matches. But we're going to have a fiery start to this one. Pack versus Boz, the battle that people were waiting for. And I mean, genuinely, there's a reason we are excited to see it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. I think Boz has probably had more time to put in on this. We know that Boz likes to put in a lot of time when it comes to comp maps, especially when you look at the amount of time he put in on BIPL and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, like this is going to be the big one between sort of the 2 generally accepted best players, possibly. Well, I mean, it's a tough one, but yeah. So we've got Boz with 2 BIPL wins under his belt, which Pack doesn't show up for. So this is the time for Boz to prove that he could take him.
Yeah, it'll be super interesting. Exactly as you say, Boz has been dominating the local competition while Pack has been off doing big boy things in the big leagues. So it's time to see if the local leagues have grown since Pack kind of left them behind a little while ago, and if they can take the fight to them. I mean, the answer is yes already, given what we saw in the last round. But it's going to be fun to see the 1v1 specifically between the 2 of these on a map that I think, realistically, you know, Pack is playing for the Boomer side, but competitive mixed is the style that he has put the most into over recent memory, because that's just the competitions he's playing, right? So these are both players kind of coming in on their home turf, as it were.
Yeah, it's of the Boomer team, he is the one who would be most suited to something like this. Obviously, the others dabble, but Pack is the one who is most embedded into the world of mixed. What the hell is the word that I'm looking for? Mixed maps.
Comp?
There we
mixed
go.
Maps.
Competitive,
sure.
mixed competitive maps. Jesus. Yep. You can tell I'm on the Boomer side. I'm losing my faculties. And I've also completely forgotten the point I was trying to make now.
Pack is good at mixed, I think, is all that needs to be said.
That is all we need.
That tracks.
We got there eventually. We got there in the end.
Yeah, and once again, we will just remind people while we have this brief chance before we get back into the action that this is a charity event in support of Mind and Samaritans, 2 charities that do great work for mental health in the British Isles. You can find a donation link in chat, and thank you very much to everyone who has already donated. Doc, how much are we up to in donations so far?
I would love to tell you that in pounds, but unfortunately I can't.
Well, we'll see it when we get into game, and we're going to be getting into game right now as Pack versus Boz. It takes to the track, and we will see how things go underway here. And I believe we have a quick substitution on the caster desk as well for these first couple of rounds, as we will be racing up to 7 again. We are up to nearly £1,000 on the evening already. Thank you very much, everyone, for getting your donations in. Hello, Thomas.
I don't know if my mic's picking up. Chat? Anyone?
Can chat hear producer Thomas? He was talking there.
Hello. What about now, chat? Hello. How good? How good?
Bab says the people can hear you, unfortunately.
Hey, welcome.
Oh, Boz, where are you going, buddy? Boz? He's taking the wide line. It's working! Pack, where was Pack going? I asked the wrong player. Thomas, I'm sorry to cut off your introduction, but this is more important because this is a very exciting battle out on track at the moment. Pack is a little bit behind Boz at the moment, but heading up into that risky fin, Boz will hold onto the lead. And that outside dirt, I'm not sure, is that a different line the Pack is choosing to take a little bit safer, or is that just a mistake that he made in that round?
No way of knowing. Noah, pleasure being here. Production's been crazy. Don't know what the Zoomers are up to. Just to let everyone know who's watching at home, none of that was planned. The Zoomers barking, the Boomers doing the casting, none of that was planned. That was all just off their own.
I'll level with
off
you.
their own back.
I'd be more worried if it was planned, to be honest.
That is a good point. That is a good point. But yeah, the Boz v Pack 1v1 here, we're very much looking forward to it. I think one of you mentioned if you can rely on one thing, it's that Boz has probably grinded this map. Perhaps more than he would care to admit. But Pack is still Pack. So, we'll see who does...
The line?
What? Was that a wallbang?
Is it a wallbang? I believe the chat has some idea of what's going on. We have mappers in there. Jorde, mapper of the map, this map, the one that you're watching right now, saying that he did not believe that that line would be viable. Here's Boz proving him wrong, taking a second round in a row up against Pack.
So we'll stay on board with Boz for the next round. For all you mouse enjoyers, we'll stay on board with Boz, and then I will hand you back to Doc after this round. So yeah, here we go, back on board with Boz. See how he is getting on. It has been very close, these two rounds that we've opened with. I think it's fair to say both players are fairly well warmed up. Pack coming off the back of that very, very close, not that close, loss that he just experienced alongside Chris. But Boz has obviously been practicing. I think he was practicing offline because he joined the server very late. But now we will be on board to see what he is doing with this dirt. It looked like a wallbang from Pack's perspective, but we'll see what he does here. He goes up. No, he does nothing.
He knew you were watching.
Outrageous.
He got shy. Boz, with just not enough speed to execute the outside dirt, will stay low this time around, and looks like Pack will be getting around back, barring any mistakes towards the finish line on this round. Just need to hit that risky fin one more time. Pack in. Score 2-1 in Boz Bez's favour, but Pack strikes back.
And anyway, back to your preferred caster, everyone. The return of Doc.
Hello, I'm back. Preferred caster. Wow.
That's high praise. And what we discovered while you were gone, Doc, is that Boz has been cooking and has an outside dirt line that's pretty fast. He did not manage to hit it in that last round. It does look like, he had a slight clip, and there is a clip early on as well. I don't know if he's even going to attempt the outside dirt later on in this round as Pack just cruises into the lead. But it is working for Boz. It looks to be worth maybe even 2/10, which seems absurd to say for an outside dirt line, but it is quick.
Is it the earlier long flat outside dirt, or is it?
It is this dirt that they are entering now. Yeah.
Oh,
Boz is going for it there. That dirt has been working for him when they are close entering it.
Whoa, that looks risky as hell. Does he do a little brake tap coming in? I'm going to turn on.
We're going to have to, you're going to have to figure that out for us. Let us know exactly what's going on. But, it hasn't been going wrong there for Boz. As risky as it does look, it has been it was the lead up into it. He clipped something on the way in last time. This time around, obviously, a very early clip. As Boz points out, that step one of winning rounds is actually to just drive around the track. And struggling a little bit with that at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, although Pack not putting in the greatest times at the moment, so I feel like Boz will still be feeling confident even after that clip on the inside and plastic. And as we go into the next round, we see Pack gets a bet line through that dirt, but there's still nothing in it really. Both with great dirt lines here, down into the sausage. Boz sets up a little bit wider. He's going to get slightly more speed possibly through that very precise section there. They're making that look very easy. I had real trouble lining that one up when I tried to play this.
Here we go.
Are we going to see Boz crack out the outside dirt? He does. And he snaps out of it as well. Oh, that is beautiful. And he's played 2-5 ahead straight away. That is...
Yeah. It seems absurd for an outside dirt line to be worth as much as it is, but Boz is genuinely gaining 2 to 3 tenths almost every time they enter that turn level. And that may just prove to be the difference maker here between Boz and Pack on this one, because other than that turn, I'd struggle to separate them so far.
Can we have confirmation from Mapper in the chat if that is intended?
They have confirmed it is not intended, that they did not think it was possible, and chat has ever since been roasting them about not putting a pole there to block it.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's everywhere.
Exactly, and sometimes you just miss things.
I kind of like the fact that you know,
it's always fun.
The opportunity to discover these little tricks and tips and bits and bobs.
Sometimes it's fun to have Boz go away and cook something up. In-game chat as well, players from both teams have pointed out that if Pack manages to quick learn the line during rounds, he would be a god. I'll say it's unlikely, personally. But he does a bit of time.
Pack has got
He's going for it! He's quick learned it! He's doing it! He's still behind on this round, but uh-oh. Boz's advantage may not be insurmountable. It is going to be, it looks like, 4-2 in favor of Boz after this round, but that still means that there is time for Pack yet in this match. It's up to 7. There's a chance.
So I think Boz still, in the end there, gained about 0.1 to 0.15. So I think possibly the ending bit as well is also one of the trickier parts of this that I think Boz has got down. But I think this is going to get interesting now. Now that Pack has figured out the best lines.
Now that Pack has the answer. The question is, can the rest of the boomers quick learn it in time as well? We do have 2 more sub-matches to go after this.
All of them just frantically practicing on another... God. Also had a donation in from Blueberry. Thanks very much. It says, good job, hot short. My favourite Irish person because he is fast.
Yep.
Is that
an excellent comment? No, that is it's copy pasta, and I don't know where it came from. It feels like a YouTube comment. Boz is just behind Pack, who has successfully managed to quick learn the outside dirt in the space of a couple of rounds, and it may not matter anyway because Boz is still pushing. This is the battle for the round, and Boz will snipe by 15,000's move to 5-2, and it doesn't matter how good Pack is at picking up on the line. It doesn't matter how quick he is, what he's won in the past, because right now Boz has a lead of 3 straight rounds.
Unbelievable. It seems like Boz has maximised that corner, it looks like, because Pack is getting it very well, but Boz still is just getting a load of more speed out of it. And you can see him at the start of this round again taking an early lead, and he will only... Oh, he flips the outside. I was about to say he will only extend that. But we see Pack here with about a 0.5 lead ahead, and I would be interested to see if he's going to save this dirt now.
Yeah, he might. He is 6/10 ahead. Pack heading into the dirt this time. I mean, just going to take the practice anyway. He didn't really push it there. I mean, he went for the outside dirt, but it wasn't as close to the wall as we've seen maybe Boz get on some of those previous turns. It will be a round win, it looks like, for Pack, barring any big mistake. He's going slow. He's moving pretty slowly. No. Surely there's not a chance. Surely there's not enough track left. There isn't. But Boz got closer than you'd think. It is exactly a 10th between them at the finish line. And Pack has 3 rounds, and each of those 3 rounds, Doc, has come off the back of a mistake from Boz, which is a scary place to be. But it's a scary place to be as the player that's relying on mistakes from your opponent to pick up round wins.
Yeah, but if Boz is going to keep making them, Pack will slurp those up all day. So we're at 5-3 now, is it? 5-3? 5-2? 5-3?
5-3.
5-3. So feels like Boz has possibly expended the early advantage that he had from the hidden lines.
Yeah.
And now I think it's going to be a lot closer. It'll be interesting to see whether Pack can sort of show his natural talent here, just being naturally faster, pick this line up much quicker. Although he hasn't pushed that as much, and I think Boz is going to take this here.
Yeah.
Boz does look comfortable.
Very good towards the finish line as well. Boz has been the player with the better ends, it's looked like, as well on these rounds. Nearly managing to snipe last round, sniping around before that as well. And it will be Boz moving to to 6-3, and then sub-match point, looking to put the Zoomers up 1-0 here on Heartfelt.
It seems like Pack just goes wide on that on the very end of the track as well, and Boz goes very nice and tight. It's a tricky one to get the sort of the input combination right to get the nice line on it, but it seems like Boz has got it down, swinging his mouse wildly all over the table. While I was talking, Boz has just hit the first pole.
Boz called himself out for it in the previous round and said, I cannot drive this start, help. And, well, it definitely does seem to be a little bit of a struggle at the moment, but I mean, again, I'll say it. I think this is, assuming this round goes Pack's way, which why wouldn't it right now? It has been 6 round wins on pace from Boz, sure, a few of them before Pack figured out the line, and looking like 4 round wins for Pack off big errors from Boz. And that's a crazy place to be in a match where it's so clearly defined which player has the pace but is pushing a little bit harder.
Yeah. Are we seeing a repeat of BIPC2, where Boz was coming in expecting to win, as he had a lot more time on the maps than Epos, and then threw it away in the final. Epos picking that one up. So yeah, I'm hearing in my ear we have reached £1,000, which is amazing, absolutely
That's
amazing.
incredible.
Blueberry, thanks for another donation.
Just to round that up to
insane.
1,000. Much appreciated. Again, incredible, supporting our 2 charities here, Mind and Samaritans. And with all of the action that we could be hoping for at an event like this as well. The action has been great and the support has been even better from everyone in the community. Thank you so much for the donation so far. And the evening's not over yet. We still have Boz and Pack out on track. We still have 2 more sub-matches here on Heartfelt. And then we move into the final track of the night, the secret couple of the day style track that nobody has yet seen. Boz just needs 1 more round. Pack would need to pick up 3 in a row to deny the sub-match win now, and it is neck and neck. Pack, it'll be hard to push on this turn. It is Boz who can just take it a little bit harder. He's practiced it. Pack is learning as he goes, and Pack will clip, and that surely is all she wrote as Boz cruises into a lead of 0.8 of a second. Pack looks for cuts, and why wouldn't he? Boz will cross the line with 7 round wins and take sub-match 1 over Pack.
Wow. What a game. What a game. I thought it was going to be... Oh, yeah, Pack. Come on, Pack.
We'll sit here until Pack time's out.
Man. Madness. I thought it was going to be... I mean, it is still close. 7-4 is very good. And Pack, as he said, he has not trained a huge amount, but that is mad that he managed to get it that close from a very trained Boz who knows the lines and can clearly push them very, very hard, to Pack learning them mid-round and still bringing it to 7-4. A great spectacle. It would be nice to have them both full trained. I think we still haven't fully answered that question.
We do. Pack in chat in the game there saying, let me have the lines next time, smiley face. Just all in good fun. And I mean, scary there, I think, for the Zoomer team in how quickly Pack picked up that line. Obviously, didn't look as comfortable on it as Boz did, and how could he have? But Pack did pick that up, and we're heading to a fast learn section next, right? Like that's
after the next
worrying sign.
Yeah, you've got Pack who can pick things up very, very quickly. He leaked in the players' chat that he doesn't really train that much for World Tour either. And then we've also got players like Chris, who is a fast learn specialist, if he's playing at that point. And I'm hearing in my ear that we are going to be joined by Victor, the one and only Bozbez.
Hi.
Hey. Would you class yourself now as officially the #1 British player?
I'll be honest, mate. I play kind of shit, so no.
You sure?
We'll put it this way, Boz. The line did work for you, right?
Well, no, yeah, I mean, it's like 0.1 to 0.2 faster. I probably would have beat him without it, but life.
Yeah, and with that said, because Pack did a great job, he actually adapted to it mid-race. You
can't learn that line well mid-race.
But he was still losing a little bit of time. But the deficit that he was losing to you through that turn, it was kind of 2 to 3 tenths at the start of the match, and then he was matching you on it and losing maybe half a tenth from not executing it as well as you. So. Yeah. genuinely just on pace as well, you were up there. You were the player who had the pace in that match. But as you say, you maybe made a couple more errors.
I could have driven a bit faster as well, I'll be honest. But Epos will do it for me. I'm ready 0.7 waiting club. We have like a 0.75 and 0.78 PBs for reference.
Ooh,
that's fast.
Fair enough. I mean, we see Leo dropping a. Oh wait, that's in the wrong second.
I did lots of
Leo's dropping
0.8s
a
just now
0.6.
while warming up, so I like really expect Epos will drive some 0.8s.
Yeah, hopefully we do get to see the 0.8 on this one. I gotta say then as well though, now that that's out of the way for you, you get to sit back, watch, relax on the rest of this map. Are you ready mentally then for our final map of the evening? Ready for our quick learn section?
Yeah, sure, why not?
The fact that Pac managed to at least approximate learning that secret line in the middle of the match doesn't scare you at all?
I mean, there's only one player, right? Like,
true.
Fair point. Not scared of Chris? Not scared of Chris on fast lane?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like, if the map's even a little bit calculated, I'm just better, I think. And Epos is better. And we're like the two goofiest can't learn a map players. So.
And you're obviously going to be up 2-0 by the time you reach that map, and it'll all be for fun anyway. Is that correct?
But like, it's for fun anyway. So.
Pride.
This is true.
Pride is for pride.
Absolutely. Well, I think we are getting pretty close to getting into this next round. So, Boz, thank you very much for joining us. And we will hopefully talk to you again later. And if we don't, then it's been a pleasure.
Yes. See ya.
See ya.
Bye to Boz, who knows if he'll be back later. I also haven't commented on your t-shirt, Doc. Terrifying.
Oh, what? Oh, this little thing.
This little thing. I just slipped something more comfortable on. I gotta say, if I ever end up going back home with someone, and they say, let me just slip into more comfortable, and then they came out with a t-shirt covered in their own face, terrifying. I'm running for the door.
It's actually really nice material as well. It was great. Yeah. So it's from my stag do.
I mean, that's all. That is a very. Was everyone in the stag party wearing them?
No, everyone in the so basically my best man organised like a shit shirt competition, and then people like draw a raffle to get the awful shirts. So this was one of them. The one that I ended up wearing was a picture of Andrew Tate's mugshot, and it said Top G underneath it, and it was really bad.
That's, I mean, that's now you're getting into territory of like shirt that will get you beaten up in a bar. I think almost like that.
Yeah. Well, one of the other guys had one that it was bright orange, said "Just Stop Oil" wanker across the bottom of it. It was really bad. The others were a bit tamer, but yeah, those are the ones that you got shouted at for. But
yeah. I don't know what would be worse, someone like coming up to me to support the Andrew Tate shirt or coming up to attack me. Like, neither of those options sound appealing, honestly.
No, it was...
Let's move on, honestly.
Yeah. Back to the nice...
Back to the matches. Have we figured out who is playing in our first 2v2? It is Epos and the Crows for the Zoomers. And the Boomers were having trials. No, they weren't. It was Jono and Chris to play in this team. It is nice to see both sides are shaking up the teams for this second map as well.
Yeah. Not sticking to the same duos. Do we know who it is on Zoomers? Is it Epos Acros?
It is Epos and Acros, yeah.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. So I mean, still Wombo team. So
yeah,
they know each other inside out. Well, they know how they play inside out. So yeah, it's going to be. I think they might take it. As Tom in the chat saying they can't believe they haven't done Wolves. I can't either.
Wolves can't be saved for the last map because it is not the correct format for them to play it. So no Wolves.
Yeah,
it's
shame.
It's just done.
Real shame.
It's over.
Yeah,
the dream is gone. But hey, the Zoomers are out to a pretty solid start, and we'll see if all of the Zoomers have been practicing this outside dirt later in the map, if the lines have been shared. As Chris and Jono, we'll see if they've managed to get any practice in since that was revealed, if they frantically left the server. I'll say probably not.
I wouldn't have thought so. We'll see. We're coming into it now. Jono goes safe, Chris goes wide and hits the wall. Acros goes safe, Epos risks it. Okay, so I think that might be what we see a bit more. Epos
we'll
risking
see.
it and Acros just taking it safe. Same as in Poco.
And it's the 54-9 to kick things off for Epos as well. We saw the prediction from Boz that someone will manage to sneak down below the 54-9 into those 54-8s and maybe even a 54-7 or 6. We'll hold on and see.
Yeah, if he warms up into it, I mean that's a great time to start off on. So we'll see if he gets into it a bit more, whether he can push the 0.8s. What did he say his PB was? A 0.7?
I think so. Yeah, something
we'll
like that.
We will see.
Yeah, and we will, while the Zoomers run away with this one, take a moment to remind everyone that our charities that we are supporting tonight at this charity event are Mind and Samaritan, and just because we've hit a lovely round number of £1,000 doesn't mean that you have to stop donating. You're allowed to go over that. We don't have to stop at 1,000.
It is satisfying though, but yes.
It is satisfying, and I think I'm just worried that that's, listen, it was a lovely thing that Barry did, bringing us up to the nice round number, but I don't want to get stuck there, okay?
It's also really nice that exactly equal between the two as well, both on 500. Nice.
Lovely.
Someone's going to donate a single pound to just throw it off.
Yeah, they might. That'll be a round win for no one.
Nobody.
A draw. Exciting.
I was making a big mistake. I missed that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I was ready for the Zoomers to start to run away with it, and it looked like they were. But in this format, one big mistake from one player is enough to throw an entire round onto its head.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it looks like just pace-wise, the Zoomers have got it. I mean, by the time you get to the weird grass court pipe transition-y type thing, they've generally got like 0.3, 0.4 lead on your typical round. But yeah, I think it might come down to mistakes. They've got to keep it clean if they want to take this home, although Epos is speeding ahead. But Jono not far behind. Jono here, I think a lot of people were expecting him to be one of the slower members of the Boomer team, as he actually makes his way into first here with Epos hitting the inside there. Does go safe. Is Epos going to risk it to try and catch back up? He's only 0.2 behind.
Epos took the safe line as well. The mistake, meaning he lost too much speed to risk the outside dirt there, is still very close behind Jono on this
Jono
one.
Gone too safe.
I might have, especially at this finish. Oh, that was close. That was close. Half a tenth, but Jono does hold on to the lead for the Boomers. And yeah, respect to Jono for clearly putting a bit of time into the map as well. Managing to hold off Epos at the end there. As you say, Jono in particular, one of the players who maybe is a little bit less active even than some of the other Boomer players on that team at the moment, in Trackmania 2020 specifically, and is holding his own on a very modern style of map on this mixed comp.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, if this was a badminton contest, he'd be thrashing them. But unfortunately, it's in TM 2020, so...
Can I get an explanation?
Apparently, Jono very, very good at badminton. Like traveling around the country doing badminton tournaments.
Sick.
Yeah.
I mean, BITM badminton. That's the next logical step for British Irish Trackmania to expand into organising is badminton tournaments. I've always said it.
Yeah. I mean, it's up there with saber and poker as well.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, saber.
Yeah, EPOS and beatboxing.
Unfortunately, less money. Yeah,
it is EPOS and beatboxing, isn't it?
Yeah, EPOS beatboxing. Didn't he win or got like very high? Possibly some sort of championship.
Went to a world championship, something like that. Yeah.
Let's see if he's doing it in the VC actually.
Yeah. Quick check. Is EPOS beatboxing?
I can't do WR. I'm just fucking bad.
Thomas.
Yeah. EPOS live comms with CWRs.
No,
it's gonna be great.
I'm just gonna search every sector of the map. Look.
Bro.
I give up.
You're trying to crash? Do you even catch him?
I don't want to.
I can't concentrate, man. I'm trying to drive a cool round right now.
Pog, watching Acres?
No.
What is happening?
Oh my god.
No, I'm gaming.
It's just so boring to save and do 0.0, man. Like, who?
Yeah.
Good.
No, it's not. When you do the line, it's terrible.
It's kinda. It's not terrible.
Joe,
it's
mama.
like good.
Yeah, it's god.
Like, if you're on a good round, you've got 9 guaranteed.
Yeah. Okay, new line. What?
Bosh!
No
Bosh.
slide chance.
Wait, where's
Great.
everyone?
Good round.
GR. I was racing against my demons.
Oh, flip!
Wicked.
Thank you.
Sure.
Oh, my mental's gone.
Yep.
Meow.
Gosh. Wait. So,
Where
yeah,
is
I was just saying I did love a crossing the line for a Bosch, and then wait, where is everyone right now?
Wait a minute. Crickets in the background. Jesus.
Incredible stuff. Yeah, I mean, continued chaos. There's no other word for it in the Zoomers chat, and yet it's working. The finest minds of a generation of British and Irish Trackmania players are holding on to their lead at the moment, having won Hawkalicious. They are 2-0 up in the first of the 2v2 sub-matches, with Boz already having dispatched Pack.
Yeah, and they're looking relatively comfortable, and if they can secure the win on this one, that would be the win on this map as well, which would mean overall a victory. You know, two maps against, well, up on a 2-map. What's the opposite of deficit? Bloody hell.
Positive credit? Hang on.
Yeah, the surplus.
Surplus. Well,
yeah. Nah, that doesn't sound right. They'd be 2-0 up. Benefit.
Profit?
There we go.
Profit.
Thanks, Ender. We needed someone who doesn't speak, who isn't English, to tell me what the English is. Yeah, they'd be 2-0 up going into the last map. So they would have already won.
The black.
Yeah.
Two rounds in the black.
Yeah, 2 rounds in the black. We'll go with that. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, start sounding like I'm fancy with my economical words. Oh, I'm good at this language. Well, it is still going to be 3-0 in favor of the Zoomers. They could have closed it out by now, but they haven't, with a couple of draws thrown in for good measure. This could be a rerun of what we saw last time around on Hawkalicious, where, you know, we were talking up the Boomers at that point, and the first 2v2, they just got swept. 5-0 was the final score on that one, and then 5-1 in that second 2v2, and I can feel history repeating itself.
Yeah, it just seems like wow, Chris has made another mistake. He's 2 seconds down. It seems like they just don't have the consistency. I mean, even if they were just, you know, putting in 55 4s, 55 3s, you would expect to pick up a couple of rounds here and there where Epos makes mistakes or Acros makes a couple of mistakes. But it seems like, you know, they just can't capitalize on it at the moment. Chris is, you know, 3 seconds behind there, 3-4 seconds behind. Jono slightly off the pace. Epos with a 0.9 again. And I believe we're going to go over into the Boomers VC and see how they're dealing with this.
Starting off now. Around the poles. The blue team are once again ahead though. Me and Zeph neck and neck. I've actually held the gear this time. I'm on the chase of the blue as we go down the dirt section. The 2 cars ahead of me go right round the outside, but I'm not good enough to do that, so I have to stick on the dirt. So we go round into the drift. Oh no, I've clipped. It seems over. Unless the blue team absolutely noob it. Either way, we're still on board with me, so let's go. Gonna take the nice newbie line around here down the inside. I can hear Zeph right behind me though, so I've got to keep pushing. Oh, nearly getting no slide. Coming onto the final bit of sand. Zeph, I can't really hear his engine anymore. I think he might have dropped behind. And a nice little safe finish into the jump. And it's a GG. Oh, I came second. Oh, it's a draw round. Let's go.
Wait.
How?
No way.
Epos sucker.
In some ways, Doc, I'm disappointed that we didn't get the Epos comms for that round, because we saw we heard a little bit of what happened last time Epos was having a poor round, and it is instant mud.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, I would love to know where everyone else on the Boomer team has gone, because that did just seem like Jono slowly going mad in a room.
Yeah, he's literally talking to Chris about like saying about how he's behind him and stuff like that. Just no response at all.
It's like, I think I hear Chris's engine. Where's Chris? I can't hear his engine, and there's just no response. Not a word to maybe let Jono know where Chris is from anyone at that point. They're off having a good time somewhere else at the moment. Well, we'll see. That last round did end in a draw. that does mean that we're still in it. 4-0 for the Zoomers. We may not be in it much longer with the both of them wheel to wheel together as they head around the last couple of corners. What time can they set? We haven't had Boz's prediction of a 54-8 come true just yet. And we will not, unfortunately. But that's good enough. 54, 55-4 and 55-5 will do it. As the Zoomers take another sub-match. So far, 4 out of 5 sub-matches in their favour.
Very convincing. Very convincing. A 5-0 there.
Yeah. Leo coming out of this looking wonderful for the Boomers so far tonight.
Definitely, yeah. So we're going to see Leo and Hotspot.
Yeah.
Up against Wizzy.
Can Leo maintain the 100% win rate?
That would be nice to see, yeah. If he can pick up the knockout victory in the last map as well. We'd be feeling very happy. Yeah.
Yeah. And we haven't really described that format for the knockout just yet. So while we have a little bit of time here, and before we get into our final sub-match, let's lay the groundwork. Because as we say, it is going to be kind of a Cup of the Day style track. And with that is a Cup of the Day-ish format, right?
Yeah. So it is... I don't know if you're aware. I think you did some casting for it. But the Knockout Tech Tournament, it's one of the Eclipse...
I did not do casting for it, but I have watched some of those clips.
It's one of their we've stolen their plugin basically. So similar to the IOC, it is basically going to be like a knockout style thing, and you are then assigned points based on what position you've been knocked out in. So then there'll be like a running team total at the top of the screen, so it's nice and easy for people to keep track of. We don't have to fill out any spreadsheets or anything like that. Yeah, but it's going to be a good one. So yeah, the map is, as you say, track of the day style. I have played it, and I think it's harder than your typical track of the day.
I mean, that makes sense. We have a lot of very good players here. It would be silly not to take advantage of the opportunity we have to throw something a little bit more difficult at them to quick learn, and also it's a little bit harder, you say, than a typical track of the day. They are also going to have significantly less time than you normally get to learn a track of the day before being thrown into it.
Yes, so after a bit of testing on the map, we believe that 4 minutes is sufficient for them to pick it up, to at least get clean rounds at the start, and then towards the end of it, hopefully we'll start seeing them all pushing the lines and getting faster and faster times. Well, that's the aim anyway. It'll be interesting to see whether we see people starting off sort of at the top of the list, and then gradually, as the slower learners but faster paced people sort of overtake them, looking more towards people like Chris, who is known for his fast learn. But then in the later rounds, I can't see him keeping up with people like Boz and Epos, who play Cup of the Day, day in, day out. And Acro's also understated on fast learn. He is very good. I mean, they all are. They're all very, very good players. It's going to be a hard one to decide who wins it.
Yeah, but fun. It's going to be very, very enjoyable.
Yeah, I feel like I've overstated how hard it is. Like, it is hard, but having played it, the difficulty feels very intuitive. There's tricky sections, but once you've done it a couple of times, you know exactly what you're doing. It's very well made.
That's what you want as well out of a fast learn. Any track that people have to fast learn should be finishable, right? Like, I mean, the enjoyment of the competition should come from, well, who can learn to push the hardest, who can actually figure out the perfect line rather than a line that is just good enough to get you around this corner, you know?
Yeah. I think there might be a few rounds of survival, sort of driving to survive, and then
I think Formula One, if that copyrighted, I don't think you can say that. I don't know. Listen, I'm just a guy on the internet. That's fine. They will be motoring to
live longer.
Sure, motoring to live. Coming to an unspecified streaming network near you soon.
I can also reveal there is a little bit of snow car, just a tiny little bit of snow car.
Oh dear.
Yeah, which will be interesting to see
I still haven't actually managed to
servers
just
break.
sit down and play any of the snowcar maps. I have not had the time in my life in this lead up to Christmas that we have at the moment. So you're going to have to lead us through exactly how the players are handling that and what the physics are doing, because I will not know.
You're speaking to someone who also has not got their head around it. It seems like
We'll figure it out.
Just like 90-degree turn, you're thrown off the map, and it's like my reactions are not quick enough for this.
Yeah, we did drop out of audio there for a second, but that's just because our producer decided to leave the Discord call and come back. So you know what? That's not our fault, and we're ready to go. Live rounds are beginning as Wizzy and Hendo take on Hotswat and Leo. Leo looking to be the only boomer with a 100% win rate because he managed to win a sub match, and nobody else on the boomer side has yet.
Nobody else has done it. And while we're still early in the round, I'd like to say big thanks to Babs, Hadster, Red Barry. Ugh, that evil Barry.
We're talking kind of a Mario Wario situation here. Luigi Waluigi.
Oh god, evil Barry. No, that's not what you want.
Yeah, it's someone who has no mustache and just a full chin strap beard instead.
Does Barry have a mustache?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Get on the stash crew. As we see, Leo keeps his 100% victory.
Well, Leo's doing well, but we're going to head into the Zoomers because that's what's important here.
What
the
fuck are you? Right, Grass, watch it.
Oh, I died already.
Damn, we jamming.
Oh my lord.
They're winning, by the way.
I know.
Yeah.
My god, it's like vibrating this skull. Actually vibrating my skull. Holy shit.
How are we meant to follow that?
I think it's actually broken my computer. My Twitch was frozen after.
I love the
beatboxing.
Yeah, and I love the just noise into moment of silence. They're winning, by the way, straight back into beatboxing. That's a combo. Truly incredible. That was, we've been informed that was, that's just for the grass to make sure that they don't lose gears. The EPOS was beatboxing. A common concern in voice chat.
Oh my lord. I mean, I don't think it's working for them. Leo and Hotspot are doing really well here. They're looking pretty solid.
Yeah.
Oh no, Leo and Wizzy are going for the risky line. Don't think they've maxed it out quite as much as Boz has, and I think it's going to be a real fight to the end of the track for these two.
Yeah,
Leo with the upper hand coming into the ending, but I think he was struggling with it earlier. Wizzy goes inside. Oh, but he gets the finish. Oh.
Wizzy sent that though, tried to get the snipe on Leo by just cutting it a little bit further to the left. Couldn't get it done, and that means another round win for the Boomers, who are now 3-0 up. The secret was Leo all along.
Well, yeah, I did say at the start of this, Leo is probably one of the more experienced VIX players within the Boomers team, and he is showing it here. Setting 55 threes, generally, 55 threes, 55 fours, which are good times, not as fast as what we've seen in the other sub-matches. Oh, they've both just hit the wall, haven't they?
They have both just hit the wall. It does mean, look, if the Boomers manage to close this out, there's an interesting question to be had. Did chat peer pressure the Boomers into losing this match overall? Because if they'd not thrown Pack into the 1v1 and he swapped out for one of the players in the last sub-match 2v2, maybe they win that sub-match. And then if they win this one, they would have won here 2-1.
Yeah, sacrifice the 1v1 and then have Leo and Pack split across. Oh, Wizzy's made a mistake on the ending.
So is Leo, though. Hang on. It's 2 respawns. And it is going to be Wizzy who manages to still get...
Lord.
Wizzy tried to crash that finish line again. I don't want to accuse anyone of intentional throwing, but we got close there. It is going to be a round win still for the Zoomers, and it is going to be 3-1 in favor of the Boomers. So we still have at least a couple of rounds to go here as the Boomers look to close out the best chance they've had in a while of getting a sub match.
Yeah, so in the meantime, I believe we've had another donation. We've had one in from producer Thomas. Hey, there we go. Nice. Oh, and he sent a message as well. That day and night segment cost me 20 quid. Well, fair enough. Is that what Epos's hourly rate equates to? Like 2 hours on there? Sorry, 2 minutes on there.
It's just it's how much we're going to have to pay for the use of that song. Because obviously it was just good enough that it's going to be taken. Yeah. And here we are with the Boomers looking to win another round. I thought Hendo would crash, but it was just netcode issues there for a second. It's still looking good though. Wizzy a long way behind, and Hendo will drop behind both Leo and Hotswat as they bang in another low 55. How are they feeling over in the Boomers now things are finally going right?
Bah.
I pussied out of the
Sky boys. Hendo clipped. Yes, boys, Leo, let's go!
No.
Zoomers on mixed tech,
Leo.
lol.
Bloody hell.
Nice.
1-2 on points, let's go!
My heart rate's over the limit for someone my age, I think.
Incredibly different vibes between these two chats.
I think one of them might be taking it a little bit more seriously than the other after they realised they were getting clapped.
It is also a very bold move to lose the map overall 2-1 in the sub matches, and then win one sub match and say Zoomers on mixed comp lol.
Yeah. It was a very good performance from Leo as well. Like 55-1 in the last round there, which was sort of equal to, well, I mean, better than
5 thousandths behind Pack's best time across the matches. So very strong performance from Leo. Get him in there. And that does mean that we are starting to get ready for our next section of the evening as well. I'd assume at some point we're going to force a couple of players to come in here and chat to us, unwilling as they may be. But in the meantime, let's have another quick talk about what is going on. As has already been said, we're heading into a Cup of the Day style track with a Cup of the Day-ish style knockout. It is going to be a knockout team tournament stolen format, essentially. Thank you very much to them for lending us their server and structure for that, which does mean that players are competing for their teams, but one player will be eliminated from every round regardless of team affiliation. And well, we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second, because in the meantime, we do have to question Hotswat about what's going on over there.
Hello, good friends. How's it going?
Hello. Well played.
I mean,
well played.
I'll say it's probably going better over here than it seems to be going for Team Boomer at the moment.
What are you saying? We just won.
That's a fair point. Arguable, but fair.
I mean, we won a sub match, right?
That's true. And
Oh,
Leo
yeah.
is
At the end of
maintaining
the day,
a
that's what counts.
100% win rate.
Well, yeah, true. Good for
He's
him.
not that.
You've got a 50% win rate, which, not terrible.
I'll take it. It's not so bad.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Were you feeling comfortable on that map? I saw you were taking the safe route on the dirt.
Safe route. What are you talking about? That was an unknown route up until today. Save for the Zoomers team. They were practicing it offline, would you believe? And none of us knew about it. So, yeah, it's just boomers being completely ignorant, I guess, as usual.
So you say that, but I feel like I did see Chris in Twitch chat saying I drove that line the first time that I tried the map. So
yeah, which is today. He tried the map for the first time today.
Well,
it was the warm-up, wasn't it?
That's fair. Fair enough. Then it's not so much a case of a teammate holding out on you as just one of the other team being a little bit more tryhard.
Yeah, you could say that. I think you could probably say that about Bozbez, yes.
Yeah, that's I will say also though we have jumped into their comms and mostly it just seems to be EPOS beatboxing at the moment, which
Really? Okay. Well, our comms are pretty serious, I'll have you know.
Yeah, the switch in tone is
you're gonna have to watch it back and see for yourself, but the switch in tone is very, very entertaining, especially when it switched from the chaos into what happened when we cut to Jono, because we cut to Jono, who just seemed to be alone at that point. Nobody was responding to anything he said.
Oh no, he was commentating. He does that when he plays. He commentates on his own racing. It's kind of weird.
Is that something he does? Is that like actually a thing he does?
All the time.
Hilarious.
Wow,
But
I mean, fair enough.
That's really cool. It was also very funny. He's like, I think Chris is behind me. I'm trying to figure it out from the sound of the engine. And Chris is just there silently. And he's in that call. And he's just not saying anything.
Okay, maybe he doesn't do it all the time. But I think that's a pretty good image if he does. But
yeah. Should definitely consider doing it all the time if he doesn't already.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Incorporate that into his image. It did give very strong like golf commentary vibes. I was a big fan.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very much voices down, please. They're trying to concentrate.
So we approached the green. It was very much like as we approached the final corner.
All right, noted. We'll be more hype next time.
No, it's fine. Unless you have any noted beatboxers among you who want to give us a performance next time Thomas jumps in there.
Maybe some karaoke. We can take that out.
We know that you've been practicing.
Oh yeah.
What was it that you whacked out at the Christmas party?
Oh, a bit of Aladdin, A Whole New World with Veg is Cool.
Which I will say, as an unbiased witness, was a genuinely incredible performance from the two of them.
Was it a real tearjerker?
It was Veg is Cool's Princess Jasmine. You need to see it to believe it. It's something to behold.
Yeah, well, wait till you hear "Baby It's Cold Outside" with me and Pac. It's gonna be something else.
Well, looking forward to it. I suppose we do have to ask, how are you feeling about the quick learn that's coming up?
Oh, terrified. Yeah,
well,
terrified. It's gonna be the end of me anyway. I'm a Div 2 Andy, and I'm playing with Div 1 Andys. So, yeah, we'll see. It's not gonna go well for me anyway.
Well, enjoy it. I mean, unlike Couple of Day, you have 4 teammates who can do better than you in order to carry you across the line. So
I'm banking on it.
Hope anyway.
I'm banking on it. Yeah.
All right. Good luck, and we'll maybe catch up with you again. And if we don't, I hope you're having a good time.
Absolutely, I am, and I hope you guys are too. All right.
We are.
You guys.
And well, having said goodbye, Totswat, we are going to send us back into the Zoomer comms and see how they're prepping, because I'd imagine it's very highbrow, very intellectual.
Oh, I got the jump.
Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow
Thomas, why have you dragged me in here? I don't want any part of this. This is
I hear a cactus.
Hey everyone. Hello. How's the vibe in here?
And top of it, I got TM News in
I have
in.
returned. Oh, News here. I know.
Oh,
Hey guys.
Sorry about that.
Oh my god.
I've been dragged in here, I think, to try and say something intelligent or get intelligent answers out of you, but I feel like we all know that's a lost cause on both sides.
Wait, they actually knobbed off the KOTT plugin. This is official, professional.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why this is a Mania control server.
You thieves.
Yeah. We borrowed it. We appropriated it.
Hey Crows, you have 0.5 brackets to Chris. You've lost.
Oh, no.
GG. Terrible player.
No, please.
Kids from team.
No.
Wizzy, safety car?
All right.
yeah.
I have to ask one question so that we can say we've done an interview
We've done
and then
it.
leave.
Zoomer's interview.
Who is going to win these knockouts?
Hendo
Wizzy.
22.
Wizzy. Hendo 22.
I'm not winning shit.
Are we having a definitive answer, or are we just gonna are you gonna say everyone?
Oh, wait, is
Just
it
gonna
actually
name all the
Excited
players. Like,
Epos full stop.
definitely. I don't. Yeah, don't really believe in Jono. I'm sorry, Jono.
So there's most of the answers I heard there were, I think, from your team. So
Yeah,
we're just
'cause we're
saying
gonna
that it's
win.
going to be one of you guys.
Yeah.
Like yes to me. All right, Thomas, get us
That
out of
sounds
here.
like a yes.
And we're back.
Oh, we made it out alive. I feel like we didn't even get a definitive answer to who I think's going to win that, but I think they said
Somewhat-
Ben, possibly.
Hendo, Epos, Wizzy, I think were the three I heard. I'm pretty sure Epos said himself. So
Yeah, I think I could be getting my timelines wrong here,
Oh.
but I think people are possibly going to be writing off some of the boomers without remembering that there was stuff like the True Talent Cup
True.
on some of the older games
Uh-huh.
that they possibly paid. So I think.
Can I
possi-
add one
Oh.
data point to what you're cooking right now, though? Which
Yes.
is that Pac has just put in chat that put a quote from Jono from the voice call, which is, "What's snow car?"
Oh no! Okay, yeah, I take it all back. I take everything back.
As we get ready, we are going to be heading on into our quick learn. 4 minutes for players to discover whatever has been laid on for them to figure out what exactly is a snow car. And in the meantime, what's going on with those donations, Doc? How are things going for our charity partners of Samaritans and Mind for this?
Oh, we are cooking a lot of money here. We've had I can't remember if I've already read these out. No, I don't think I have. Okay, no, maybe I did. Anyway, we've had one from Padster saying thanks Leo for cooking this up. Thank you, Paddy. Ignoring the fact that I did some of it as well. But yes, it was mostly Leo. So thanks very much, Leo. Had something from Babs as well saying, "Can I have Hot Swats autograph, please? Uwu." You'll have to ask him. I don't have access to Hot Swats.
I'll sell you a hotspot autograph for. I can figure out a price.
Have you've got some?
No,
Just lying around.
I can forge a hotspot signature for a price, and I will put that money straight towards charity.
Yeah, right.
But hey,
You're
we're
gonna
live
embezzle all
on
that
the
money.
track.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, we are live. No, it's all
So-
going straight to charity. Yes.
Great
So yeah,
charity.
we are
and
live.
kind of looking, and I'll say it, a little bit like a mixed comp map.
Yeah. So there's a couple of
Little bit more
different-
water.
A couple of outside dirt, a little bit of water. I have forgotten what the name of the map is. It is
Cordial.
Cordial. By,
Snow car!
oh,
Jump scare!
and snow
Go!
car. Yeah, jump scare into snow car.
And it's on the wood surface as well. So, Doc, break
Yeah.
it down for us. What does
Break
that
it down
snow
for
car
us.
do on the wood surface?
Oh, I would love to tell you. So basically, you get extreme grip and very fast turning, and it's very disorientating to go between the two. If you're an old person like me with slow reactions, I think the Zoomers will do well there. Although, it depends how boomery the Boomers are. They may well have played TMUF and played it on there. We see Acros here struggling with some of the dirt section there. That was a bit where I made them put a flag there because there's a nasty dirt clip. But yeah, so this map is an interesting one. It's sort of a mix of everything, and I believe it's around about a minute 20-ish for a good time. But yeah, it's very well made. I think we're going to see a lot of people who are looking at them doing the warm up right now and wondering what the hell's going on. Why are these Div 15 players playing this? But no, they're just going to sort of hit every single wall and then like a room, but they'll figure out the room.
It'll be fun. Have you ever? Sorry, full side tangent right now because you mentioned hitting the wall and figuring out the route. Have you ever seen those maze-solving robots that they have the World Championships for?
Yeah.
And if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about right now, you should look it up because it's super cool. There's plenty of videos on YouTube, but it's essentially trying to make a very small robot that can get through a maze by figuring it out and then solving it as quickly as possible.
They have the ones where they're like path following robots as well. So they have like the lines that are drawn on the floor.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
I feel like some of the maze ones. Now this is going back really far. There was a spin-off from Robot Wars in like 2004. There was like the Robot Games or something like that, and I feel like that had all of these like purpose-built robots that they would show off that would do weird things like that. I can't remember what some of them were. They had like a diving one? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, I feel like we're a minute off.
We're a minute off, so now is the time to remind everyone that this is an event organised by British Irish Trackmania in support of two wonderful mental health charities across the British Isles, Mind and Samaritans. Thank you very much for all of your donations so far, and I will just remind everyone as well that subscriptions to the channel on this event will not be going towards the charities. So if you do want to support the charities, please do go to the donate links that can be found in Twitch chat. Any subscriptions will go to the usual purpose on this channel, which is still, I would say, a pretty good cause, which is helping British and Irish Trackmania run more events in the future, whether they be like this, whether they be something more akin to the BIPL and the like. But they're all fun. So you know what? Yeah. I still say it's a good cause.
Yeah, I mean, it all goes towards, server hosting and prize pools and all that type of thing. So, it helps grow our scene.
It is giving back to the community.
Giving back to the community, yeah.
Yep.
Warm-up is ending now, and if we look along the local records, it looks EPOS is struggling here, but Leo and Wizzy, both with good times already. I think that's around about, well, I mean, obviously they're going to push it, but I'd said at the start, a 120 is around about a good rounds time, I believe.
I do want to get into some strategy real quick while it still matters, which is that because this is a team format, like if you have two players at the bottom and they're both not going to finish, you can make a tactical decision about which one you actually send through to the next round, right?
Yeah.
Which is it's pretty fun. It's interesting. Yeah. We'll see if it does come up. We'll see if the teams... maybe I've considered that and nobody else has, but maybe it's a possibility. As it stands... The player from Wild, Wizzy, is a long ways down at the moment, about a second, but that has dropped to about 7/10. Everyone changes car. It is very scary when that happens. And well, there he is, Jono and Hotswat weaving together at the back as they wobble off track. And new car is not going great for them, but Leo full crashed. I mean, either way, not great for the Boomers.
No, a 1, 2, 3, 4 at the back. Oof. It's only Pack contesting at the top. That is devastating.
The snow car has been a little bit unfortunate, a little bit unkind. EPOS though has ended up in the mud. Pack will get all the way up towards the front, fighting Boz for first place in a replay of their sub match in the last track. As Leo looks to see if there's anyone to be caught, gonna turn in to that risky Finn. Jono will be the player eliminated by his teammate as he catches on the edge of that risky Finn.
No.
Well,
honestly,
pretty entertaining. As once again, we'll remind everyone that the scoring in this goes that you will get points for the position you finish in. So Jono, for his efforts, just received 10 points. That is bad. You do not want 10 points. You want the fewest points possible, and we will be counting them down as we tick players off. So 10 points already in the Boomers column. And the Zoomers feeling pretty good about how round 1 has gone. And if they can get another Boomer elimination here, then all of a sudden they are looking very, very good.
Yeah, and it looks like Leo's really struggling at the start here. Finds himself almost 4 and a bit seconds down. And we see that, as sort of expected, the Cup of the Day Div 1 crew have really, they fast learned their fast learn, and Boz is steaming ahead here with Hendo and Wizzy not too far behind. It's only Pack and Chris who can, they're right along on their coattails for now.
Ooh, Epos.
But here's a 1, 2, 3. Oh, has Epos made a mistake at the back there?
He came close. It's not a big enough one. He just about kept it out of the wall. He's lost a couple of seconds, but Leo being nearly 5 behind the lead means that Epos should still be safe, barring any major accidents from anyone on the risky fin. It does look like Leo will be the player going home. It does look like the Boomers are going to lose 2 players in the first 2 rounds and move up to 19 points already. A punishing potential start.
No slid as well. Yeah, Leo's definitely, barring any real shenanigans, Leo is definitely out here. Finds himself 5 seconds behind the next player. And Pack coming in 3rd, so I think it could come down to just Pack against all of the Zoomers.
I'll say it. We're already at that point where I think we can start to call the 3-0 Zoomer sweep on the night.
Oh, don't want to.
Boomers have gonna have to do a lot of work to catch back up now.
Yeah. I mean, they've really given themselves a disadvantage here.
Yeah.
Although, who was that at the start? Hot Swat. No.
19-0 was a pretty rough start for them. 27-0 would be worse.
That would be...
You're starting to hit a point where you are running out of the number of points that there are left available for the Zoomers to get.
Yeah, I mean, they could win this without...
Someone do the maths real quick. What is, 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7?
Oh, my lord.
20.
Wait, hang on.
I think I think it's around 20. And if the Boomers lose another car here, it is just over. It is no longer possible for the Zoomers, even if all 5 of them get eliminated in a row after that, to get as many points as the first 3 Boomers.
It'll be it will come down to pride at that point. It will be, can Pack or Chris solidify themselves as the best fast learner in the BITM community? Because Chris has always said he's best on fast learn. But then Chris would have been campaigning for less than 4 minutes to discover this in. Where I think he would have had more of an advantage. But yeah, I mean, he finds himself at the back of the, nearly at the back of the running. And he finds Hot Swat is actually going to be the one who goes out here.
Yep. Yeah. As the Irish make their exit, so too do the Boomers, as that will lock it in. That will confirm that here tonight, in the first ever British and Irish Trackmania Boomers versus Zoomers charity event. And I'm saying the full title as long as it needs to be, because I don't want to call it. I can't believe I'm saying it. It is 3-0 to the Boomers. Zoomers. Yes. Oh, well, if I just say to the Boomers, then that's fine. 3-0 to the Zoomers. It's what I half expected to be saying 3-0 to the Boomers when I walked in tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people were. Has Wizzy just respawned there? Yes, he has. So we are going to see the first Zoomer elimination, most likely. I think a lot of people were thinking it was either going to be a lot closer than it is, or they were thinking that Pack was going to do some hard carrying and we were going to see a Boomer win. But yeah, it has been a commanding victory for the Zoomers. It's been impressive. Yeah, even on Hocko, which they've been complaining about for the last 3 weeks since it was announced. They were solid, very solid. Epos clips the wall there, but I think Chris and Pack are still going to be safe and
alternate win conditions here. Chat has proposed that if Chris manages to win now on the fast learn, it is an overall win for the Boomers.
Yeah. Moral victory. Yeah,
moral victory.
This is the most challenging.
But only if Chris wins. We're just saying Pack is actually too likely to just win.
Pack's just respawned.
Okay, well, if Pack wins, it'll be very impressive. But He's okay. Wizzy is going for the safe in anyway. That could have been disastrous if Pack had to go for another respawn. But no, Wizzy will be eliminated. First Zoomer down.
Nice. There we go. First blood drawn. Finally.
Babs, Chris's double points, I think, is not the flex you're looking for in a format where having higher points is a bad thing.
They've handicapped the boomers.
Chris is too good. He's worth double points. Alternate win condition in the mud as Chris is now looking for a mistake from someone in front. Well, that'll make it harder. And the 4 W's. The 4 W's.
You just see the wall of Wombo ahead. Although he does take acros, so he's going to find himself safe here. Well, I mean, he finds himself very safe because Chris has made a subsequent mistake and he's 10 seconds behind. That'll be disappointing for him.
This is true. And there is the request, of course, that all the Zoomers versus Pack, it'd be impressive if Wizzy had managed to sneak his way back in after being eliminated the last round. And I'll thank production to keep their silly questions to themselves, as that was... Yeah, it is going to be 4 Zoomers and Pack is certainly what it looks like.
Is Pack jumping through the triangle there?
I did not see. And maybe, because he's got a half a second lead, which is pretty impressive. And to me, would imply, because there's a couple of cars that were close behind, that Pack has done something a little bit differently.
I think coming out of the... Oh my god, I'm gonna have to check
he said a new... That's a new best time. That's 1:20.5 new best time for the server. Impressively, Hendo's behind would have improved the best time on the server after the previous round as well, if Pack hadn't gone for it. And the fact that Chris is going for that triangle implies that it is known within the boomer call, right? That someone is at least aware of it and potentially going for it.
I can imagine the boomer call is very tense now. Everyone just, fully behind Pack. A lot of pressure on him here to get the moral victory.
A quick score update. It is currently 33-7 in favor of the Zoomers. Low score is better. That score will creep up because there is now 4 Zoomers left to eliminate and only 1 Boomer. So the Boomers, they've nearly maxed out.
Yeah. Oh, who's that rubber banding? I'm getting confused. Acros.
Welsh internet has done us again.
Yeah.
Wolves was upset about not having a featured team and is now punishing.
The Acros and Boz... Oh, sorry, Ipos and Boz were very strong starts. Pack struggles through that water section. And he's going to find himself in last here through the woods. Just has very bad speed coming into it. Clips the lights on the inside. Thanks for putting those there, Geordie. And he just finds himself 0.5 behind. Now, does he go triangle? And are any Zoomers going triangle? No Zoomers going triangle. Pat goes triangle, and he closes in on Acros here. Can he save himself?
Speed. Great speed as well as a result. Very close to a Kroos, but it will now even out as Kroos got a better exit from the previous turn. Pack still in 5th place. Looking for a mistake from a Zoomer up in front, and they do be zooming right now. Pack going wider on the dirt. He seems to have lost ground and not gained enough speed to make up for it. Whoa. Pack will be eliminated, and with that, everyone point and laugh at Wizzy as the only player who did not manage to outlast all of the Boomers.
Well, it's official, then the Zoomers are better on Aslan. Everything, actually, yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, I think what we have actually proved here tonight, Doc, if you'll allow me to hypothesize a little, is that it turns out that people who actively put a lot of time currently into the game are better than people who don't.
Yeah, I mean, you could use those words. Yeah.
I think we may have set out to test Boomers versus Zoomers as our kind of, our hypothesis of which group was better, but I think what we have actually proved, and Pack has done his fair share of doing some proving there as well, is that the best players are the ones who are putting in the hours.
Yes. Yep. And I mean, and especially a format like a couple of days, it seems to be really favouring, Boss, Hendo, Epos, the people you see in Div 1 every single day. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Crazy. You see Hendo clips the same lights.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. It has looked to cost maybe 2 players, but Hendo's still close. Does he go triangle? Nobody goes triangle.
Well, it seems all of the Zoomers are fully yak about triangle line.
Yeah, and well, I mean, hey, they're still here, so they can afford to be, because if all of them are yak, then none of them are yak, is I think the easiest way to put it.
It'll be interesting to see how serious they're taking this.
I
Are
would
they
love to.
fully
Thomas, can we
fighting?
jump into comms? How serious are the comms? Because my guess is probably not very. Yeah, that's what we just asked you to do. We're heading to Zoomers. Any second.
Any second.
Not watching, not watching.
Watching.
No. Wait, yeah.
Ping.
Pong.
Ping.
Numbers red.
It's like you're all equal. Icarus, we're going?
Ah!
Yeah. Scrappy.
Huh?
Full scrappy mode.
Icarus, 0.4
Oh
lead.
shit, where am I going?
Look at that.
0.2 lead.
Okay, maybe
0.1 lead.
Yuck.
Yeah, that's a good line, Boz.
Thanks.
Boss.
Yeah.
Wait, why am I first now?
Hey, someone want to save me?
Nope.
Ping.
Hope you land back.
Ah!
Ping.
That's what I did. I can't see it. It's just a big bump.
That's how Pac died, I think, apparently.
Oh
What
shit.
is that snow car exit?
It's so goofy, It's on.
Oh, that's the triangle.
Yeah. And then you don't lose the gear and GG.
Oh, I was holding the gear. But it felt bad. Icarus, max risk.
Full send. Ping. Oh, okay. It's over.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Ah!
Oh my god,
this
boss
pad.
GL.
Backwards, final.
I've
Joking.
never lost to boss ever in my life.
No.
Geo final?
Good luck, Heather.
Wait, holy shit, it's Epos.
Well, good looks all round. It is Boz versus Epos. Doc, I've been here before.
I was going to say, I've got a real deja vu going on here.
Well, that's unfortunate.
there we
Epos
go.
will clip very, very early on, and snow car exit is the only thing that can save us now. Please, Boz. It's our only hope for a close finish.
He was struggling in the second half of the map on the last round, so
Yeah, nearly got sniped. Yeah, absolutely. Look, it is a 6/10 gap. Obviously, it is looking a little bit over, but Boz had some moments, including in the water. So, hanging on and seeing if Epos can close this gap at all as we bring to an end what has been a wonderful event here for the British and Irish Trackmania community. Boomers versus Zoomers in aid of Mind and Samaritans. It looks like, as always, with every British Irish event ever, kind of, Boz will be the last man standing.
Yep. Yeah, he's the last one out the door. Always. But yeah, it's been a great event. It's been a fantastic event. So, yeah, I mean, we'll give a total afterwards. But yeah, the donor pages will be staying open for a while afterwards. So feel free to carry on donating after the stream is over. And there are incentives as well. So, as we see,
Boz wins.
Boz wins.
I mean, look,
there,
we
but yeah.
all knew we were going to have to say that at some point tonight, and it is Boz who comes out on top in the quick learn, and it is the Zoomers who come out on top not only in the quick learn, but also in the mixed comp, and also in, as it is now known, Hockey Walkie, renamed in honor of their victory here tonight. I want you all spamming that the next time a new world record video comes out for the original Hockalicious. Make sure that you let them know who sent you as well.
Yeah, we love Hockey Walkie. Yeah, if we can change that on TMX as well, that would be great.
It would be ideal.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
Pac does keep the record. We did not mention that as an alternate win condition, but Pac with the lobby record for the track there, maybe that is the victory that the Boomers were looking for.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they can still say that they're the fastest players. So
huge,
there you go.
Massive.
They
and I believe that Bozbez actually maintains a 100% win record tonight as well, right?
Yeah. He was against. Wow, what was his Hocko? His hockey.
He wasn't against Leo. He did not lose the 1v1 against Leo, and then beat Pack in the mixed comp on Heartfelt.
Yeah.
And since they won the 2v2s on Hockalicious, I don't remember which one it was, but he must have won it. We have an interview. Who are we getting in here? Leo. It's Leo. Hey. Hello. Congratulations on a very successful event.
I noticed he didn't talk about the driving there.
Listen, Leo, I think you are the only Boomer player with a positive win record tonight.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of us have been busy on the Boomer side and haven't had enough time to train. What I've done is basically just thrown caution to the wind, and against my better judgment, just procrastinated everything to train. So that's why you saw what you saw.
That's fair. We were joking that we're hitting Zoomer bedtime, but also the Boomers have work in the morning, so it's a very it's unfair for both sides, right?
Yeah, I think everyone kind of probably has their own stuff. Actually, literally, Pack and Jono have both already gone to bed, I think. So that tells you all you need to know.
I won't be far behind.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I mean, I had a load of fun playing that. That was an incredible event from players' point of view, and I kind of checked the stream once or twice between matches, and I see we've raised a ton of money, which is absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
I think with Leo here is probably a good time to have a look and see what our final donation total is for the end of the stream.
I do.
No, Doc does though. Listen, Thomas, you don't gotta get in my ear about all the things you can't do. I'm used to being let down by
We'd be here all night. So I can reveal that currently, unless someone throws in one now, our donation total sits at £1,047.69. Very nice whoever got those pence in. So yeah, that is incredible. Absolutely amazing.
Wow, that's more than I don't know could have imagined, to be honest. That's incredible. Great job, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I originally, when I made the pages, I set the campaign totals on both of them for 200 quid, and I was like, maybe that's a bit high. So yeah, that's incredible. So yeah, big thanks to everyone for donating. If you are someone who has requested a skin off of Wizzy, I will add you onto the spreadsheet for that, and he'll get around to doing that when he's not as busy. And if you have donated £5, then if you haven't already got your in-game name in the donation, then just drop me a DM, and you can request access to the Boomers vs Zoomers club in-game, and I will accept your request in there, so you can get access to versions of the skins. So a big thanks again to everyone for throwing your money at us.
I mean,
not at us, throwing it at charities.
That's I mean, yeah, look, it's an incredible response from the British Irish Trackmania community as well. I think a lot of us have often said that it's an incredible community to be a part of. It's very welcoming. If anyone is still here who's watching, who is not a part of the Discord, who has not participated in anything before, we'd love to have you. But it's one thing to say all those things. It's another thing to see a response like this when we ask for support for some charities that do great work, and to see the turnout be so incredible. We've had wonderful viewership all night as well. Chat's been having a great time. And again, just the response in terms of support for these charities is legitimately so impressive as a community to be able to pull this off.
Yeah, Leo, okay, I have a question for you two, actually. As a spectator, or as spectators, please tell me it was closer than it looked on that last map.
Look, we've just gone on a speech about how lovely the community is, how wholesome it is here, how welcoming, and I don't want to lie to your face directly after that, Leo.
Okay. Well,
we expected you had the best time going into the actual rounds by a good 2 seconds. We thought you were going to absolutely nail it.
No, then, so what happened was, okay, I had HUD off in between the rounds, and then Pazda said something with my name in it, and I was like, I have now forgotten how to play Trackmania and hit a wall instead. And I usually don't put HUD on. That was my bad. So I mean, I'll blame myself for that one. I'll take the L.
Yeah, it was. I think the scores on the plugin broke. Whoops. Oh well.
Well,
yeah.
I do think that we are coming towards the end of a stream, so I'm going to ask Leo and Doc, between you and anyone else who might know anything as well. I'm sure there's admins around chat. Is there anything else that we should talk about for the British Irish track community coming up in the future?
What, am I an admin now? Is that the big reveal?
Or whatever. Listen, you organise enough things that I'm calling. Right now, you're on camera, and you can just tell anyone they're not.
Oh, yeah. So actually, there is. We have some Christmas events coming up in the server. So tomorrow is Babs's Christmas quiz, and then on Wednesday is Lawn Mo's Christmas Maze Challenge. So get signed up for that ASAP. That seems like that's a great one. So it's basically,
where did my camera go?
Broken.
What?
Thomas?
That's Thomas's fault.
He's gone full Irish. He's just turned green.
That is 100% Thomas's fault. My camera is still fine.
Wait a minute. It's still fine on. Oh my god, Thomas, sort it out. Anyway,
Thomas.
yeah. So, Lawnmow's Christmas Maze thing. You can find it in our server, all the details for that. But it looks very fun. And then on Friday we've got the BISC Christmas edition. So people have made maps, and then we do like a fast learn casual tournament on that. Nua has disappeared on camera again. And then on Saturday, not completely affiliated with us, but the Beacon World League is releasing its seeding maps. So we're doing a little discovery for that. But yeah, we're expecting those to be awesome as well. And Nua is still gone. Anything from you, Leo, that you wanted to get out there?
No, well summarized. Yeah, that's part of the ITM Christmas calendar, that stuff. After that, I think, after this, I'm going to have a few days off. I did a bit of organizing for this, like begging people to do most of the work, as some people already know. But still, I want to give myself an undeserved break for a bit. But yeah, who knows what's going to come next year? I mean, people in the community here and the admin team especially, like, we love doing events, and we will have quite a lot on next year as well, I imagine. It's just figuring out all the dates of that stuff, because the Trackmania calendar gets more and more congested by the year, so we're just seeing where we can fit stuff in, basically.
Yeah, it's although we'll wait and see how much of the calendar world tour or any potential replacement takes up. And Nua is sliding off the screen. There he goes. Well, I think we're going to say, oh no, oh god, he's green screened and muted. He's green screened and muted. Oh no.
Bye, everyone. It's been a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. We're so happy to have been able to support Mind and Samaritans this evening, and we couldn't have done it without the wonderful community at British Irish Trackmania. As you've heard, there's plenty going on. Get in the Discord server, stay active, stay safe out there, and have a lovely Christmas.
Yeah, thanks all very much. Merry Christmas.